welcome to live stream where we make some lamb stew. I got a cute little lammy right here. Just so you know, this is gonna be the most challenging stew I've ever done, given it's a lot harder on live stream. This here is Lamb Chop from a little series, a little cartoon from back in the old days. Thought she was super cute. She's actually a dog's toy. I just thought it'd be kind of cute. Yes, this is very random. Yes, this is extremely dangerous. If I tilt it just a little bit, yeah, this is extremely dangerous. Do not do this at home, especially if you haven't tested out spacing the... They call it, oh my god, it's my brain when I start live stream. They call it a portable stove. Do not try this at home. Have parental, or have somebody watching you. I have somebody watching me, actually. I have my family looking after me as I do this. Yeah, because it gets really hot. You got the meat right here. This is lamb. We have some papitas. I chopped it ahead of time because this took me like 30 minutes. This is about maybe 3 potatoes. We shout out to all my buddies who showed up today. Psycho, Garcelade, live life peacefully. Muertos. Ooh. Are you guys in the mood to cook as well? It's so cold. I hate that it's so cold. So what I'm going to have to do is maybe tilt. I'm gonna have to hand hold it and tilt it so you guys can see the pot. I found a lid. This is an older lid. Well, for some reason, the iron pot we have right here, it didn't come with the top for some weird reason. But yeah, this one is so old, it will not be reflecting me at any time soon. Oh my gosh. I need mittens, actually. But I'm gonna have to tilt the camera somehow. Sounded like I was about to start singing there. Gotta keep the wooden board far away from that right there. Yeah, gotta keep it away. It gets really hot. So, Muerto says, I grew up on the big comfy couch. Oh, for real? Oh my gosh. Actually, we used to binge watch Comfy Couch on VSH. Yeah, VSH player. Gotta put that aside very carefully. We're gonna go ahead and put the papas in. I think we do the papas first. It absorbs the oil. So if you guys know anything about oil and water, I'm gonna start tilting it very slowly because my makeshift thing is not secure and I'm very scared. Do not do this at home alone. Please have supervision. If you guys do live stream, be sure to have somebody there to support you in case things go bad. Have a fire extinguisher. I'm not kidding. I'm being very serious. Okay, so the papas is gonna go ahead and go first. So the thing is, with oil and water, you do not want to combine the both of them, because oil and water together makes it very... it'll start popping quite a lot. So let's go ahead and put the papas in here. We are going to be cutting up some vegetables together, like even some mushrooms here, some bacon. And I have some chicken broth. Oh dear, I forgot it somewhere. I'm going to have to ask for assistance. Never do this alone. I know I'm the hostess, and it looks like I'm doing this all by myself. No, you're gonna need supported assistance. This is very dangerous, especially around your computer appliances. I do not have all the equipment. Gotta be very careful where I pull the camera to be. I don't have all the equipment to actually do this Bluetooth camera from my kitchen, or the setup team to help me. See how I'm using one hand? Because I'm tilting the camera with my other hand. I don't want you to see my bedroom. The rest of it, that would be too personal and too cringy. Yeah, bedrooms should remain private. We'll have this for the other veggies, but for right now, the papas will be fried here. If I could, I'd bring it closer. I'm using a makeshift camera with rubber bands all over it. Yeah, don't do what I'm doing at home. Anyway, so we're gonna do the papas first. Oh, you do see it! Oh, good! You can kind of see it! Good! Alright, so the papas in here, if I move my model a little, it's gonna absorb the oil, which is what you want. Don't put too much oil. This is a lot of papas. So this can take about 30 minutes of prep time, so I had to cut it down, because when you jump right into live stream, you don't have time to really focus using your knife. If I could just... You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to flip the camera. I usually do this because of the way my setup is. My computer is actually on my far right. So when I do live stream, the connections are limited based on its... Yeah, based on its location. So if I do it like this... But if I have to flip it, filters... I always get confused with the settings. We're gonna do transform, and we're gonna flip horizontally. So now you probably have more a view of the pot. I cannot move it, unfortunately. Now that it's hot, do not touch it, period. Unless you have mittens or prepared to burn yourself. So yeah, my little squirrely brain. That's what the blue screens do to my brain. We're gonna have this on medium. It's Bappa, so we're gonna have it on medium. And the settings here, gonna move it around a bit. It's quite a bit. I need more oil. I kind of want to add the meat in too. FGC highlights. Hello, buddy. It says you promised goulash instead of delivered. Actually, I think lamb stew is great. If you want me to do goulash, I can. But it's based on the ingredients I have at the moment. But thank you for reminding me. The thing is, guys, I want lamb stew. We're gonna have lamb stew. My goodness, Live Life Peacefully says we're cooking, but what are we cooking? Lamb stew. That's why we have the little lamb. But yes, we can eventually. Now, you see, buddies, there's no rush to do everything. Plus, it's also considering my wallet. If you want me to do goulash that badly, FGC highlights, please do support our channel by checking out our coffee page. In order for me to afford normal groceries and to afford additional groceries for these kind of preparations, please remember to be considerate of what my limitations are. I can't afford to be spending to purchase a lot of ingredients at times, especially right now. Things are increasing drastically. I don't know if you guys have seen online viral videos of people reacting to the cost of literal, very poor quality fast food. I've been watching Asmongold. Let's see who else covered about fast food. Several other channels. But yes, if you want me to do goulash, please consider donating to our coffee page so I can buy the groceries for goulash. And you can even put for goulash, and then I will surely do it as soon as possible. But that's the only thing that's holding me back. And it's been so cold. I'm actually making this for family, by the way. So this isn't even just for me. This is actually going to be made for me and then relatives of mine. I can't finish this all by myself. It's going to be a lot made in the process. Mardos, you only cut the onions at a time? I do. Some people cut it all at the same time, but you guys, if you're live streaming, you can't focus simply on what you're doing. You're also having to multitask. I'm actually doing this to pace myself. If I rush into cutting with a knife, and I'm not careful about it, I'm gonna end up injuring myself. And then the live stream will get censored because of injury. YouTube will be like, uh-oh, there's like violence on here. It's like, oh, well, actually, I cut myself with a knife because I was trying to do too many at the same time. So I'm not doing that. I'm not risking injury. That's what I'm doing. But yes, I cut the papas before. Gotta stir it around. It smells really good. But I have to be careful. Do I recommend doing this as a first-time live streamer? No. Pace yourself. Do gaming first. I wish I could do a setup in the kitchen. You have no idea how freeing that will be. If once I can afford to buy additional cameras, a Bluetooth camera, some of them are extremely pricey. So if anybody coming in here today is wondering why I'm doing it out of my bedroom, because of limitations of devices. I'm just gonna emphasize that. I was thinking about that today, like, why don't I just do this in my kitchen? Use a Bluetooth camera, connect it to my PC, But then I'd have to have somebody monitoring my PC. Monitoring the BRB page. I don't have a laptop that games, a gaming laptop that's built to be moved around. Some people can afford it. I cannot. I'm working with a 10-year-old PC. I'm still needing to update it to Windows 11. I have to change out the CPU Intel because it may or may not work with Windows 11. This actually smells really nice. I'm gonna be cutting up all of them since it's gonna be about... This is probably more than 5 cups of water. I wish I added more oil, but I didn't want to do too much or injure myself. I don't think you guys understand how dangerous this is. This is very dangerous. And I know I usually shout out to everybody who comes into chat, but please be patient and understand that I can't multitask with that well with a knife. And I don't want to risk cutting my fingers, and then that's all I'm known for. Is the VTuber who cut her fingers because she tried to focus on chat while cutting with a knife. That'd be so sad. I don't know any VTubers that have injured themselves while they live stream, but I'm sure it happens. They just hide it. They're like, uh-oh, BRB, I gotta get a band-aid kind of thing. And I don't want people to come to live stream thinking that they're here for, you know, fails or violence. There are so many people who back up channels with gore. I think it's one thing when it's the film industry or animation. But actual violence and gore, I don't support that on YouTube. But you know what's strange enough? YouTube does have videos with that kind of stuff. And it stays out there for like years. But then they target live streamers that they want to shut their channels down instead of shutting down the channels out there who encourage, you know, pain and suffering of like both animals and people. You wouldn't think so, but I found videos. That time when I was helping Noodle with her birth, I was assisting her. I was looking for videos about how to basically help the mother dog. How to do it without intentionally aggravating, because you gotta be careful when dogs are giving birth, or cats. They want their personal space. And I found other videos that were unnecessary, that were kind of gory or violent, and not related to assisting, helping a dog give birth. Like irrelevant videos. There's so many out there too. I feel like that should have its own channel, like its own platform. Yes, I'm using a knife to stir it, when I clearly have a ladle. Brown Dwarf! Ah! It says, Brown Dwarf says, show knuckles to knife, not fingertips. Thank you. Thank you, Brown Dwarf. You gave me something helpful. Thank you for reminding me. Safety comes first. If I'm doing something incorrectly, do not be afraid to share how to do it correctly. See how I was distracted by you guys? I was so distracted by conversating. I wasn't even doing this properly or focusing enough on this. Thank you, Brown Dwarf. How are you doing today? I'm so glad you're here because I could probably injure myself regardless. Having ADHD brain while cooking as I simultaneously live stream, I don't recommend it. I want to use the butt of these, but I don't know if I can. I probably can throw them in there. Ooh, that smells so good. We're gonna do mushrooms next. Thank you, Brown Dwarf! Oh, still, hold fingers under, not out. See, I can't even, like, I have to have my hands here, but then I have to have this mouse over here. Oh, Nator Green, hello! Brown Dwarf says, making a scrouse, are ye? Yes. Howdy. Nature Green says, priorities. Live life peacefully says, yeah, inflation is crazy right now. Yes. See, I would love to do goulash, but I can't afford all of those veggies. Because for some reason, they sold out of carrots. We don't have carrots today because they sold out. There was a winter storm. And people bought things like crazy. people bought anything they could in fear that they were not going to be able to make it back to the store. So they were sold out. And on top of that, whatever was left in stock was overpriced organic goods, which I cannot afford. So I do apologize if I ever cook something. I don't have to. I think you guys, for the majority, will enjoy it. But if anybody wants to help me buy the right groceries for your particular dish, I promise you, I pinky promise, it'll actually go to the dish you are wanting. But yeah, please support me, because I can't, yeah, I'm buying like double groceries and that's not good. Which is why I'm trying to limit my hand cam cooking to at least twice a month. If I can't afford fast food on the normal, I probably can't really be affording to spend too much on groceries. Finally using the ladle! I'm so stubborn, I use the knife! Ooh, it smells so good. I need more oil. I might actually start throwing in the bacon. But then I gotta... Yeah, these... Look at this. Look at my handiwork! Look how chunky the mushrooms are. I'll try cutting them correctly, but... Yeah, no, I'm a beginner. If you're here to watch a beginner struggle, then you're in the right place. With time, I shall learn! It says you only cut onion. Yes, wait, I gotta read. Let's see, who else is here? My goodness! Oh my gosh. Brown Dwarf says multitask is important for chef. Dwarf once almost chopped off fingertips doing mad chafing in busy kitchen and had to throw away small parts of fingertips. Careful, careful. Yes. Can you imagine if I get known for being the fingerless VTuber? And not because I started out that way, but because I injured myself on a live stream. That'd be so embarrassing for me. Everyone would be like, remember, Sprinkles is that VTuber who chopped off her fingers. Don't be like Sprinkles, what a big dummy. And it's like, well, then you try it. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. No, I don't want to be known for that, Brown Dwarf. No. That would be so sad. They're like, what a dummy. Oh, I gotta laugh about it. You gotta laugh about the inevitable. That smells good. I need more oil, though. I should probably start adding the spices as soon as I add the meat. I kind of want to start adding the bacon to give more grease. But then later at some point, we're going to be adding water because it's going to be a stew. Oh my gosh. Gunrael! I'm also kind of sick, Sprinkles. I'm still here. Oh, you're so cute, Conrael. Our little bunny buddy. Conrael. Yeah, everybody's been getting sick. I got my flu shot last year in November. What else? I think that's it. I have been feeling under the weather, like feverish or like very sleepy. I've been extra sleepy. I tried prepping up with coffee before live stream. Just start downing coffee. Oh my goodness. Hyper-focusing. Hyper-focusing. Yes, I would like to mince these mushrooms. Onions? I need onions! Okay, I'm gonna have to ask for assistance. I'm gonna have to ask AI father for some onions. But let me cut what we have here. We need to do the veggies first. I'm kind of low-key trying to figure this out. I've never done lamb stew, by the way. I don't usually do stews. So I thought I'd start off with something simple. Like lamb. Look, it's a baby lamb. It's a baby lammy. This is the lamb we're cooking today. But it's a dog squeaky toy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good girl and boy? Good baby. Nah, you guys are carrot buddies. Who's a good carrot buddy? It's so cute. I haven't given this one to the doggos yet, because they're gonna tear it up, probably. I need oil! I'll have to use the oil of bacon. Alright, time to cut up bacon. We'll wait on the rest of the mushrooms. I may not even use them all. But I still need onion. Dang it. Conrail says you should probably remove Noodle from your head, so that way you don't know what kind of poop she stepped in with those paws. Speaking of poop, a very, very wise choice, Conrail. Apparently, Toru, my older dog... I'm sure there's a way to cut this open with like a piece of... that they leave a flap or something. Speaking of poop, guys, one of my other dogs has been stepping and rolling in Noodle's poop. I think it's a rivalry thing. Where she wants to be loved on. So she thinks if she rolls in the smaller dog's poop, that it'll make her more... more cute or something? I have no idea. I have no idea why she's rolling in Noodle's poop, but she is. Alright, I figured out how to cut it properly, sort of. I just bought these groceries today, too. So that's why it's a... I wanted to make something that could be shared. Come on, bacon. I'm definitely rolling up my sleeves now. You gotta roll them. I'm gonna use the bacon juice to be able to... I need a trash bag! This bloody mess. We'll put it in here. I'm working with what I have. Alright, and so I need a better knife, actually. I need to chop up the bacon as best as I can. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot! Okay. Conrail says you're welcome, Sprinkles. Thank you. Yes, Noodle's poop. Toru loves it. And she rolls in it. It's weird. Is that normal dog behavior? Why do dogs roll in each other's poop? She used to roll in cat poop. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, guys. Ah, no, it's not gonna work. I need a better knife. But I have to run to the kitchen with my bloody hands from all this bacon. It's because I'm trying to cut it in layers. My determination will be my reason of survival. Let's see. Pull it. Ooh, okay. Let me go ahead and start doing little pieces by little pieces. So you're supposed to chop up the bacon. But yeah, I'm gonna have to ask for another knife. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Start throwing in small pieces of bacon for the juice. So if I layer it, I don't think that'll help. But maybe. Nope, definitely won't. I need another knife. Alright, one moment! I'm calling for backup. I need I need backup assistance. Oh. Let's see. If you hear a very burly man in the background, it's just my father. Yeah, I couldn't have I couldn't have like my... Like if I was in a relationship, they probably wouldn't be allowed to live here at the main house. That would not be a thing. No, my bacon! Brown Dwarf says, knife, scare dwarf, dull knife, danger knife. Probably danger knife. Is that bacon right there? It's probably bacon. A very dull knife. I need a knife kit. It's got a cheesy! Yep, it at this hour. You love me. You love me the most. I'm like Snow White. It's got Cheesy's like the little grumpy dwarf, but secretly has a big heart. Ah, so cute. Oh goodness, I need something better, but I'm limited. Nope. Okay, I need I also need water. I told myself we're not gonna eat until the stew is done. Oh gosh, I need to hurry. This takes 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours to actually cook properly. Oh gosh. Can I have well, which knife is good for both hands? I'm using my right hand, but I'm actually left-handed. Now remember, if you want to donate a knife to us, you can. All right, I'm doing chunky bacon, guys. I'm gonna do chunky bacon stew. AI Father's going to get the knives from the knife collection, the dull knife collection. Live Life Peacefully says, careful, Sprinkles. I'm trying. Ooh, chunky. Should I add more oil or should I just use the oil from the meat? Alright, guys. Muertos, when cooking with a frying pan, it's better to throw it together so that everything cooks correctly. Oh. I don't have a frying pan right now. That's why I'm trying to chop it up in smaller pieces. I think I watched someone do a video where they did the veggies in a frying pan. Yeah. Oh no, that's why I gotta make it tiny. 𝑧𝑽𝑬 says hello, Sprinkles. Oh, I love your PFP. Ah, it's like an alien. That is so cool. 𝑧𝑽𝑬, this is... What do you mean? Oh. It says... My goodness. Sprinkles, I'll flip you. But it says you're currently frying the food in the pot. Yes. It's really cool. Yeah, I like your photo. It's cute. Aw, I guess you're being naughty, aren't you, little buddy? That's okay. You're gonna go in timeout. Do a minute. Please do not be disrespectful to a live streamer who's buying additional groceries just so she can hang out with you. Yeah, please don't do that. I'll sit on you, probably. I'll sit on you if you're naughty and disrespectful. I need salt. Dang it. I thought this through, but I did not. Stabbed meat. Meat has now been stabbed. Alright, this may work better. As that knife slowly falls. Probably not. You're actually on mute, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. Please follow community guidelines or you'll be blocked forever. Yeah, no. I've seen other live streamers give advice. They say you might as well stop rude chatters. Even if they're giving, support, you don't want that to be something they do. That's not the kind of attention you want to start cultivating. Even if you end up losing the naughty followers who like to be unfair or disrespectful. Because if you're disrespectful to me, you're probably going to disrespect other people in the community. And I just can't chance that. Sorry. I don't know if you're having a bad day or you think it's funny. Well, I don't, actually. I am taking like 5 to 4 hours of my time dedicating to our community. But I'm not dedicating that time to receive rude, obnoxious behavior. So, thanks. Thanks for hanging out, but I don't want that kind of company. Thanks. Muerto says also cutting with putting the bacon bits is some of it's gonna burn and some might be undercooked. Huh. They have a good point. Let me see. This knife is kind of shiny. You have a very good point. Thank you, Muertos. So here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna stop the bacon. I'm gonna stop adding bacon. Because you're right. And instead, I'm gonna start with the... Brown Dwarf says, pull meat holding hand, opposite direction of knife. Slicing direction hand forward, knife backward. Like this? Alright, Brown Dwarf, I'm taking your help here. You said opposite of how the meat is sliced. Okay. I'm really risking it all here. Alright, AI Father also agreed with Brown Dwarf. Whoa! Brandon Martinez, have you played GTA 5? Actually, I haven't, but that sounds cool. Oh dear. So I'm gonna have to cut it in smaller pieces. Let me go ahead and decrease. Let me lower it. Because you're right. I can cook it, but I will be chancing it burning. Ah! Yes, blunt knives. Let's see. It says... 𝑚𝒄 says she's cutting and putting the bacon bit in some of it's gonna burn, some of it may be undercooked. Brown Door says pull meat, holding hand in opposite direction of cutting, slicing direction, hand forward, backwards. Live life peacefully says make sure you stir it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Good idea. Alright, let me continue stirring it. I have it on low now. So the papas absorb the oil, which makes it safer when I add the water. You don't want too much oil, because then the oil and the water will counteract each other, and it'll get very... it'll start splashing everywhere. So now that it's on low, I kind of want to skip the bacon. I am struggling with it quite a bit. It's not the right knife for it. I don't have a knife set. I just have what's left behind. Of what's left behind that hasn't been destroyed over the years. But not to worry, I'm listening, I promise. I'm reading your comments and I'm taking your ideas into consideration. Gonna have it slow cook now. I need to do the onions too. This knife is extra shiny, you have to be careful. So, let me go ahead and peel the onion. You don't want the onion skin. It's good I have... well... I have the parsley! I'm gonna add the parsley last because it's very delicate. Well, I can't touch the computer anymore, probably. I should have asked for more assistance in having this cut. Or I should have cut it beforehand, too. I don't want this sticking to the knife. Gonna have the knife here. This knife will have to stay... I'll have to move this knife aside, but it's so shiny. Just like that. You'll have to balance. It says, Brown Dwarf, try using back end of knife edge. Ooh, sharper compared to the tip of it. Yeah, because these are really old. We've had these for like maybe 7 years or more. I just need to reinvest into our kitchenware. I kind of want to do the bacon first. But I need to fry the onion. Oh, food gods, please have mercy on me for being very new to cooking. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd be cooking lamb stew at all. I wouldn't be getting into cooking or baking as much as I have. Because of our community. I actually feel more motivated. Sometimes cooking and baking can be a little discouraging. Because you don't know what to do. But the good thing is, I have a lot of experts in chat. Who are, it's been something you've done in your professions. You have experience. It's probably not a hobby, it's something you guys do often. And that's what I enjoy. That's the reason why I cook on stream. I'm gonna use the hand that's not oily. Because with my oily hand, the paper will stick. The onion paper will stick to me more. So let's see if I can slowly get it to unravel. Very carefully. Ooh! Why not stew the food in the water? Why not stew it? Oh, because I'm trying to bake the trying to cook the papas. But yes, I have water to add to it. I'm probably gonna have to do a BRB and wash my hands. Oh my. I'm currently trying to peel the onion. Very patient. I have to be patient. Peel one side off, then I can probably peel the rest of it. Slowly. But I need to cook all the veggies first. The parts that will come last. I'm gonna cook the lamb in the stew. I might want to hold off on the bacon. I'm gonna hold off on the bacon, cut it in smaller slices along with the lamb, and then cook that in the boiling hot water. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sure there are many ways to cook it. Some people probably cook the lamb partially, then they add it into the stew at some point. But because I'm doing this out of my bedroom, I wish I could do it out of the kitchen. The kitchen is kind of small, it's not that big. But it's a decent amount of room where I could probably live stream it. But I'd have to have a setup and ask for professional advice. If you know anybody out there with tutorials where they cook in their kitchen, and maybe they use a green screen for privacy, so they're model and stuff. I wish I could just cook with my face, but it would destroy the immersion that we've created the past 3 years. Some people do this for like 9 years. I saw Joel. His name is Joel, and he's a porcelain made. He's a VTuber. He's been doing this for years. Same goes for Maritara, who's a 𝑣𝑠ojo member. They're just great examples of people who do this for fun. Like pure enjoyment. Where throughout their career, they share stories of how they still had a part-time job or odd jobs so they can still manage their content creation. Because it's just something they actually like to do. Live Life Peacefully says, ogres have layers! I love you, Shrek. I love Shrek. Fiona's a lucky gal. Weren't there other people, like, interested in Shrek in the series? I'm gonna have to find a way to peel that part. Well, most of it, all of it's pretty much peeled. I know this is a lot higher than usual. Usually I have you guys really down to here. I had to start mixing it. So I have it on low. It stopped burning. Thank you for bringing it to my attention that I could burn the meat. I really appreciate it, guys. Because I won't be the only one enjoying this. I'm gonna use the whole onion. Oops, I almost hurt myself. Emphasis on almost. We're gonna put one onion here. And start slicing very slowly. I think I have an onion chopper, maybe. My hands are super slimy from the meat. Why does bacon have to be slimy? Are there any, like, music you guys would like me to start playing on live stream? Like, copyright-free kind of music? I feel like there's not a lot out there, so it can be really hard to find new music. I kind of want to change it up a bit. Oh, Brown Dwarf says, wear a Domo mask! Oh, Domino mask! A domino mask? There's a character called Domo. Made me think of that horror game he played. Kind of want to wash my hands. But all of this is going to be cooked, so I'm trying... This hand is clean. This is a clean hand. This is the semi... Well, yeah, covered in bacon. I love you, bacon, but Jesus, why so slimy? I may not need to use the whole onion. That's completely optional for flavor. I still have the spices too. Kind of debating that part. I'm glad I did the potatoes first before off stream. Because there's no way I would have gotten through all those potatoes. It's the first time we're actually using this iron pot. Slowly but surely. Any music is fine, Sprinkles. I enjoy it just the same. Oh, thank you, Live Life Peacefully. Brown Dwarf says cutting in that direction is odd. I'm an oddball and a beginner. I'm actually standing up. If you guys were wondering, I am standing up to be able to properly cut. There's no way I'd be able to cut this. I'm surrounded by tables. by a small... It's not even a table, it's a piano bench. The piano... Well, it was an organ, actually. It was a big old organ from a church. They had gotten rid of it. They put it on the side of the road. They didn't want it anymore. And so then we wanted it because I was a pianist growing up. For a short while. Yes, I'm cutting it very odd. If it works, it works! Somehow. And this is why I will not go to cooking school. I will be considered the worst student. Or a progressive one. If the teacher's patient, but probably not patient. Not a lot of patient instructors. I would not want to be instructed by Gordon Ramsay. Especially while they're recording. I will be yelled at 24/7. I'll be yelled at a lot. Thank God for that. I'd rather just be a home cooker. A home? A cook at home? Hmm? Oh, Lexi! Oi! Hi! Oh my gosh! I'm sorry I'm late! It's okay. You're present. Present, pretty, and punctual. You're fine. Brown Dwarf says better to have them better to have root to stalk instead of bulge on bulge. Really? Okay, so then... Like this? I wish I had like a diagram. I wish you guys could submit pictures, but I'm pretty sure they took that... They thought about doing that with chat. Being able to put pictures, but for some reason, no. I guess not. Ugh, ugh. Nicholas, hello! Show them math skills! I'm trying! Oh, you guys are adorable. I'm gonna eat you guys one day. Probably. I mean, but I'm a fox, but foxes eat vegetables, I heard. They'll eat fruits, berries, and nuts, if whatever they can get a hold of, if they can't get a hold of meat. So probably! Live Life Peacefully says, compilation of Sprinkles getting yelled at by Gordon Ramsay. No! I'd be all over the internet. They're like judging me so harshly. But then the people who are judging me don't even cook on live stream. You know what I mean? But actually, that would make me stronger. Because then I would have gained new knowledge. Yeah, I cut these very oddly. I'm not cutting this conventionally. But the main purpose is to slice. Oopsie! Some chunky onion! Yeah, I would not survive. Did I turn it off on accident? Oh, I did. I accidentally turned it off, but maybe that was a good thing. Oh, the bacon! Partially cooked bacon. I'll cut the bacon much smaller in a minute. I'll just want to take care of the onion. And the parsley I'll be adding during the boiling point. And also, if you don't know, we're going to be using tomato paste. So this goes in when we boil it. And the meat, I'll be chopping up much smaller pieces. Oh no. Who's another famous chef or cook? What's her name again? I forgot. Not Betty. The Carsley says it's easier to cut the onion in half than slice it into strips and dice them with those. Let's see if I can try that. I like how you guys are being very descriptive. Okay, slice the onion in half. Okay, slice the onion. Cut off the butt of the onion. Place with other onion. Well... turn over, slice, turn over, slice, turn over. Can you imagine if I was your chef? I would be fired on the spot. I've heard culinary school is very tough. That is not my goal in life. No. I'd rather remain a savage. Oh goodness. Yeah, I turned it off on accident. I hear it sizzling now. With the onion. I'm sure if there was a video that you guys could spam, or like a GIF you could spam of someone cutting it, I'd be like, ew! There's this full onion in half. Full onion. Oh, I'd have to do it with the other one, actually. I'll try it. I'll try it, but with the other one. Cooking semi-aggressively with knife. It smells good, though. Yummy. Okay, we're gonna do this piece here. Divide layers, maybe? I can learn. Sprinkles can learn. If I can learn how to do things properly, then so can you guys. Do not give up on yourselves and your cooking journey. Am I doing this dangerously? Yes. I'm sure in smaller parts of the world, they have different techniques for cooking. Or maybe their techniques would be considered, like, crazy. Wild techniques learned from around the world. Gordon Ramsay, man, imagine if he traveled around the world to small villages where they teach him how they cook. Or to islands where they cook with volcanic methods. Dangerous volcanic methods. I promise you guys, there's not a wrong or right to cooking. But there's like safety measures to follow. I guarantee that. There's like safer ways to cook properly and faster. Which is why cooking schools started to, you know, take form. So that way you could cook efficiently and more safely. I'm certain. I'm certain that's why. So people could stop dying in the kitchen. I feel like that's very easy to do. If I was in the wild, could I survive? Probably. Maybe. Depends on the location and the access to items I have. I'd have to learn how to cook squirrels or birds. My goodness! Nicholas says cut them lick out you money. What? What do you mean? Cut and lick? Oh, do you mean like those, what do they call it? I have to cut this from the side. Are you referring to those animes where they cut themselves and they're like, ow, and then they lick it? That's like in those romance kind of animes, actually. But it's usually like Protagoon sometimes. And his harem. I'll cut it sideways. Brown dwarf, no, definitely wrong ways to cook. Some ingredient preparation danger equals danger. Sometimes poison, wrong method can equal danger. Join me for live stream, watch Sprinkles suffer, and cook dangerously. Nah, we're fine. I'm cooking with ingredients that are safe to eat. These mushrooms are from the store, so they're under like FDA approval. Something like that. At least as far as I'm concerned. Yes, you can die of poison. Oh, my onion! Hello. I'm not gonna use it if it falls over. Yes, do not cook like Sprinkles. I'm not a teacher. I'm here for fun! Oh my goodness. Alright, the last onion. The last onion we shall... Oh no, my baby onion! No! My tip of my onion. Look at that. Well, I did wipe it down. We should be fine. The nice thing about cooking channels are that they teach you even if you're a beginner. Did you guys hear about sugar plums? Sugar plums are extremely hard to make. Sugar plums is like a Christmas treat. Like this very sugary, like actual plums and fruit. I don't know if they add nuts to it or not. Let's see. Okay, so now, Brown Dwarf says... Nicholas says same. Brown Dwarf says FDA? Hard to explain. FDA. Food Drug Administration. Every country has their own. That's the only kind of group I remember that reviews with food. Food drug! Food drug! I just had it. Oh my gosh, brown dwarf. Example says... Scarsley says, eat the bugs in the wild. They have a lot of protein. Then you'll lift some legs. Then you'll lift some logs, get strong enough to beat a bear in a fist fight. I want to. I have to use my clean hand to look at chat links. He says, let's get real. It's not FDA approved. We're gonna have a lawsuit. Oh my goodness. Honestly, this is all I get from the store. So anything that the store doesn't get approved by FDA, they would be receiving the lawsuit. I could sue as a customer. I could sue the store or the company, let's say, because they sold me a product that wasn't FDA approved. I wouldn't be getting in trouble. The store would get in trouble, and the customers could sue. Which is why, for example, Bluebell, whenever Bluebell has an E. coli... They had an E. coli incident years ago where somehow feces ended up in the dairy product. It could have been the milk. Maybe the milk was, like, not cleaned properly. I don't know how it would get feces in it, but they had an E. coli situation. So they had to do a massive recall, they call it. And that's where they had to go back to the stores and take all the bulk load that could have it inside. So yeah, you the customer, you could sue. More than likely. Brown Dwarf says, FDA says be careful all about honey. Could be poison. Nobody controls the bees. Bees might pollinate poison blossoms. That is so... wow, Brown Dwarf. That's very thoughtful. I never thought of that. What if those says you're stirring with a sharp object and then banging the edge of the pot? Nicholas says, wow, I do remember that. What? Brown Dwarf says USA food review split between FDA and USDA. Nuisance and confusing to understand mixture. Brown Dwarf says, a dwarf thinks all ingredients on screen are actually USDA. Oh my goodness. I bought them from a fellow, from a store. Let's see, you said cut it in half. Then you said cut it in its layers. Like this? Cut it into onion rings. These would be considered rings of an onion. So let me try your method. You say cut into onion ring. And well, I should probably have them like this. Then like this, right? Curl fingertips in. I'm trying to remember everything that was said. As we jokingly talked about about what-if scenarios. But yeah, the customers would be able to sue. Kind of like if a hospital administrates like a bad vaccine or a vaccine that kills people unintentionally, for example, hypothetically, then the patients could sue in that case. They would end up suing the hospital because they were trusting that the store, well, they were trusting the facility had their best interest. Kind of like Walt Disney and the guy who his wife died due to a peanut allergy. I watched it on Papa Meat. Go check it out. Crazy lawsuits at Disney. You sign up for Disney Plus, you sign your rights away. It's in the terms of service. You're not allowed to sue them. Let's see. Ah! Brown Dwarf! No! Cut in half wrong again! No! Cut in half! Okay. Brown Dwarf says root to stock, not bulge to bulge! Bulge to bulge! Got it! Root to stock. Root to stock. Like this? Okay, probably doing it wrong. We're playing the guessing game of Sprinkles. Can she get it right? I'll get it wrong a few times. Okay, root to stock. My hands are slimy. Let's see. Use the back end, it probably cuts better. Oh, it does, actually. It's a good pointer. Now I got it all mixed up with the other pieces. Let's see. Time for concentration. I'm glad I have the fan going, because it's hot. It's bound to get hot in here. Brown Dwarf says, do not try today. Too late for try. Just remember next time. I'll have to watch videos. I wonder, though. I have an onion... something that chops up onions. I don't even think we still have it. Onion piece. In case you guys were wondering, it's just a peel. Got some of these pieces in here. Might want to set them aside. Any brown pieces of the leaf I don't want in there. So once it reaches a temperature, it just kind of... it balances it out. Well, I kind of want to go back to my method. I'll have to practice. That's all it means. We're gonna go ahead and put these peels in here. Or these pieces. You're too confused. We can have some chunky pieces in stew. It doesn't hurt. I think it's all about preference. Some people like to see chunky cuts. Some people don't. It's all the same to me. It comes in and it comes out. The Fly Peacefully says, onion ring? Sonic would approve. Oh, really? Sonic! Are they still doing the third movie? I'm not sure, because I heard they're trying to cancel it. I don't know. Sonic 3? Oh, look at our bacon! It's cooking! It's cooking very slowly, which is what we want. Aw, the tip of the onion. It looks like a little gnome hat. So cute. Oh, I forgot. I'm cooking across from you guys. Someday we'll have more assistance with these. I think as long as I have at least one person, I'm good. I had like AI father. Root to stock. Dwarf says, no, I'm destroyed! Dwarf loath gnome! Always in the way of dwarf digging, evil creature! Have you guys seen the movie Trolls? There's a movie called Trolls. They have Trolls 1 and Trolls 2. You got me started on a movie rant. So it came out back in the 70s and 80s. I can't remember which one. It's been so long. Basically, it's a movie about how trolls trick you into eating green foods. Green jello, green apples. Once you eat their green substance, they cook for you. Like green cookies. Cookies with green icing. Some weird obsession with green stuff. Basically, you become their food. You get frozen. You get frozen into a statue, an edible statue. Well, that was a gross cough I had to mute. I don't want there to be like a bunch of cough sounds from me online. But yeah, so Trolls, they have Trolls movie 1 and 2. The main characters are trying to destroy the trolls, but people keep getting tricked by them into eating their food, so they disguise themselves as beautiful women. And they ended up tempting these youngsters into eating their apples or their fruit, like green grapes, weird jello, and then you turn into food for them to eat. So they're over here feeding you so they can eat you. It's so freaky. Or if you bathe in green water, if you touch their green substance, it's like something they make, then all of a sudden they start tearing off your limbs and eating you bare bone. Scary. Brown Dwarf says trolls too. The popcorn! It's a crazy movie. It scared me. I know they came out with a cute movie called Trolls, and it's like animated with cute little characters. They're all colorful and they like to pop sing or sing different genres. Even a little bit of rock and roll in the second one. Let's see. I could have more mushrooms, I think. How to cut a mushroom? Well, I think people were... Oh, I think you remove this. Then you're supposed to get this and start cutting away. You cut it into slices like this. Doesn't the mushroom look like a brain? Sort of. I'm in pain! The smell is it's... Because I'm cooking right here and the smell... Oh my goodness. It smells nice, but... You're gonna choke a little bit on the steam. You don't want to inhale the food you're cooking. At least not yet. I have a lid for it, though. My eyes! Brown Dwarf says just quarter mushroom. Really? Quarter mushroom. Do quarter of mushroom. Got it. We're gonna do chunky pieces of mushroom. The slice is fine, too. Really? Oh, finally. Finally, I got a compliment. I'm trying. I usually bake, actually. I don't really do a lot of cooking. Would you be surprised if all of these ingredients costed me about 100? Over 100, $100 if we're going by that currency. Yeah, this is getting expensive. Cooking is an expensive hobby, but I'm very happy that I have the support from you guys to keep going. Let's see. Maybe someday I'll have the proper knives, but I'll have to learn. Most definitely, I'll have to learn how to use sharper knives properly. I can't be cutting the way I am right now with a proper knife. They do have knife sharpeners I could use. What is your favorite horror movie, by the way? From the 80s or the 70s? Goonies isn't that much of a horror movie. It's kind of sad, emotional even. Chunky mushrooms! Live Life Peacefully says, looks like a deformed egg. A little bit, right? Chunky mushroom! Gotta mix around. Interesting mushroom. I think cut it in half. Gotta get the greens back in there. Whoa! So we used one full chopped up onion. Yeah, imagine if this was a sharp knife. I would definitely have injured myself by now. Not to worry, the bacon will be sliced. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna have to slice against it. Whoa! Round Dwarf! Children of Man! Scary film to dwarf. Children of Man? Interesting. Children of Man. I'm gonna cut a few more mushrooms. What a mushroom looks like a brain! A little bit. I got it. What kind of, like, what is it about? I mean, the title sounds like it's about humanity. Children of Man. Is it about how dangerous and evil people could be? Ooh! Brown Brandwar says, no! No sharp knife. Sharp knife is safer than dull knife. Really? Dull knife is most dangerous because it doesn't cut properly. I gotta read through chat. My goodness. Live Life Peacefully says Jeepers Creepers. Aww. Or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2005. Brandwarf says yes, even cooking is expensive today. No need for such fine cutting for stewing. Stew like chunky. Really? Huh? I can make it chunky? I can make it extra chunky. I'll do it. I have my phone camera far away from me. My nose is dripping. Because of the steam. Thank God for fans. Thank the Lord for fans. Alright, chunky it is. Here's some chunky mushrooms. I might want to use all the mushrooms. Ooh, what is wrong with that one? That one's a little funny looking. Dwarf says the film is about global human sterility, global chaos, dysfunctional crazy. That's going on right now, though. Did you hear a portion of the world was trying to sterilize themselves in fear of, like, lacking control over their body? I feel like people have more control over their bodies than they realize. It's just not giving in to social media, demanding that they go through with what it requires of them. Social media is not the place to figure out where you belong. It's the place to socialize, but not get lost in the socializing. Be sure to maintain some sort of life offline. That's what I struggle to do sometimes. So what I do is I purposefully make time for family. I'll go see them on my off days. Or on the days I do live streaming. Because you never want to forget where you come from. Or your family roots. Or how far you've come. When it comes to like your family lineage. I feel like social media, it wants you to disconnect yourself from like people. Almost. Like it encourages you to be stressed out to the point where you fear people. And I wouldn't be. Sure, bad things happen, but as long as you know how to defend yourself, you should be fine. And I wish you'd hear more stories. Like, so-and-so defended themselves. But they do it on purpose where they want you to heavily rely on misinformation. So they want to tell you a story that makes you kind of like bend to their will. I think the best kind of news information you can get from any media, any source of media, is one that makes you question. You want to be able to still have the choice of like what is your opinion? Like this and this and this happened. Here's the pros and the cons, but what do you think is what should have happened or how it could have been avoided? I think sorry, it's the steam. I think I'm gonna hold off on the mushroom. I was just trying to diversify the food here. You know what I mean? I never want my platform to be about scaring people. I never want you guys to be afraid of this world at all. Because if I do that to... You don't want to do that to your community. So if we ever watch anything about, like... We're gonna watch videos about how to protect yourself in certain situations. We'll watch a video about, like, this can happen if you're not safe or careful. Because you guys deserve to live your life. Be online, socialize. Like, this is good, this is healthy. We're socializing. I'm socializing. But what's also healthy is... If you want to go out and get ramen, go get some ramen. You know what I mean? Or... If you want to go out and have some Korean street food, go get your Korean street food. I mean, sure, ordering in is nice, but also getting a little bit of the atmosphere. There's a place where they sell ramen where you can order from a machine. Then they just call your order and then you go pick it up. That's a really cool restaurant. It's really small though. A lot of people order out, so they have small seating areas. It's to discourage people from ordering in too much. Also, the building's kind of small. The space they rented out. They don't make any drinks. They actually do a lot of, like, bottled drinks. Well, Brown Dwarf says, wait, well, I missed it. Live life peacefully says, don't live in fear. If you live in fear, then you're not living at all. Exactly. You don't live once, you live every day. And we only die once. I want to be positive. I never want you guys to be afraid, ever. Moonlight 5917 buddy says, one of my favorite singers are having the concert 2 hours away. But with all the crazy things happening lately, I'm worried that something bad may happen. I think surround yourself with positive reinforcements, like you got this. Sorry, I'm salivating. I'm salivating so much. Like, that's why I wanted this channel to be built. Socialize. Talk about how you can better yourselves. Sure, reacting to something scary, like, that gets a lot of views because people are naturally going to be in fear, but I am so draining. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf has no lineage. Dwarf mum, throw baby dwarf away. Church give dwarf to live with human. Dwarf pretend to be human now. Oh no, baby dwarf, no. I guess manly dwarf now. It's been years, you're grown. Live life peacefully says, sorry, my salivation. Salivation, that's salvation. Yeah, the media tells you how you're supposed to live, when in reality you have the power to decide. Exactly. But yeah, says Brown Dwarf says, in films, sterility is a mysterious, but reality people just do it to self and on purpose. Maybe reality's more scary. Oh yeah, Moonlight 5917 buddy says, social media can sometimes mess with mental health, and you have to take a step back. Oh yeah. Live Life Peacefully says, some nice fat juicy onions! Some big ol' onions. Brown Dwarf's, global chaos, dysfunction. Moonlight 5917, my eyes, the steam is in my eyes. The positivity here is amazing. I enjoy it. Exactly. Never fear the world. I won't allow it. I will throw myself in a threat. As a mother, I shall throw myself at the threat so my babies can survive. Run, buddies, run! That's what I would do. I'm like, I'm gonna catapult myself into danger to give my offsprings the chance to live. Run, my baby carrot buddies, survive for mommy. Do I do it in the opposite direction? So the meat is this way. If I hold up the meat is going at a line like this. So I need to cut it diagonally. Oh dear. I need scissors! I can cut it with scissors! Who needs a knife? I need scissors, I'll be back. I realized that all I need are scissors to cut it. Which is genius. Moonlight says, also you call me Moon. Okay. I've never had lamb. Lamb can be expensive. Look! Look, guys, it's a baby lamb! This is Billy. Alright, I'm gonna go... Actually, I need to call for help for scissors. I have scissors right here, but they need to be cleaned. I can use these scissors to cut, but they just need to be washed. Alright, I'll be back. Somehow. I'll just call for help, probably. We used to have thicker kitchen scissors. They actually have scissors for kitchen. But we need a new one. I need a new one. We don't have it anymore. I think it rusted or something. Alright, I'll be back. I need to start adding the spices. Actually, let me add the spices with my clean hand. Then I'll come back with scissors. We have oregano. Sorry, it's backwards. We have oregano. I don't have to chop any oregano, but we do have some parsley. I need to add in like actual thick parsley. We have some thyme. We're gonna add thyme in here. Just a few little... Kind of giving an estimation of how many shakes we give. Oh, the top is broken. We have parsley. And the nice thing about the parsley and a lot of these seasonings is that they have the little shaker. This prevents you from doing too much. Ooh, it smells good. So I better add the seasoning now. And then I can get the scissors and cut the meat. The ADHD is kicking big time! Yes! We have some sage. I'll put the sage in my that's a lot of sage. Well, we'll put it in anyway. Oh well. It's going in and coming out later. It'll be fine. Moonlight 5917 buddy says it's a vibe. High energy, put some clover in there. Some people put, like, they'll have actual clover, like clover they have to grind. Nah, I'll just, oh, it's very strong. Think I put too much clover? Oh well. Okay, we're good. We're gonna add this in when we add the water. And then we also have to, I have to get chicken stock. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some scissors. So I have scissors. I'm gonna clean these scissors and then wash my hand, and then we'll be cutting the bacon and the meat. We'll slice the meat with the knife, but cut it with the scissors. This will help greatly. I'll be back! I have returned. Kimchi tried to eat the food, and I had to have AI father assist me. He ran into the room. If you guys heard a commotion, it's probably because... Yeah, there was a commotion. Yeah. If you guys ever do hand cam cooking, be sure to keep your pets out of the danger of the food here. This is very dangerous. I'm happy he did not succeed in attempting to get closer. I would be very scared for his safety. This is not using fire, but oil. Not oil. It's a hot plate. But I still could risk his injury, so thankfully he did not succeed. Very dangerous. Okay, now we're gonna use the scissors. Thought I'd at least share that update. See how much easier it is to cut it? We're gonna cut the meat in very thin slices. So I could cut it like this. See? So much easier. I got really scared because I was afraid he was gonna jump onto the table. We're gonna cut it into some thin slices. Much easier than the method I was using. So if you guys ever get curious, this is a way of cutting meat and veggies. Some people only use scissors. Sometimes I kind of prefer just scissors. Scissors doesn't work on everything. You can try to use scissors to cut a steak, but I highly recommend that, oh my goodness! Ah! Okay. I was trying to figure it out. Coffee, oh my goodness. I love the notifications, but it also, it's hard to read comments. Oh, I'm actually relieved everything's okay right now. So this is how I'm cutting up the meat. Much thinner slices. Not to worry. We should still be good, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this thick piece here. We can start cutting it. We're gonna have to cut up all the bacon. We're just gonna do very thinly sliced. Not bad. Gotta make sure it's... I try cutting it evenly. Yeah, sort of. We'll just do kind of like little thin slice or thick slices. Oh my goodness. Brown Dwarf says scissors only is a learned skill, easier to practice knife skill. I think, yeah, scissors can be helpful. But of course the tradition... Well, there's many different types of traditional methods to cooking. I want to say I learned it from watching South Korean moms make, like, different cuisines. And I saw them using scissors. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. So then I actually tried it out because we had cooking scissors. Of course, I mean, depends on the type of scissors too. I don't recommend using the scissors I'm using. I mean, sure, you can, but maybe like more thicker, stronger kitchen scissors would be best to aid you. But this also helps too. Do I recommend it? Yes and no. I'll start cutting it into the pot so it just falls down. Let's see. Some thicker slices. Much faster. But yeah, I will always use what feels comfortable to you guys. This just kind of makes sense to me. I'm so naughty. Moonlight5917 says, looking good to me. Really? Oh, thank you. So, I recommend try out some cool different methods for cutting. I can actually look at the camera better now. I can look up partially for a second or two. I actually feel safer using scissors than I do the knife. It just... I don't know, it just... Somehow, it feels like I'm less likely to injure myself. As long as I take my time. Let me go ahead and stir it a bit. I'm gonna have to add the water soon. As long as I try my best to stir it consistently. Alright guys, whoop. That is. There you go. I can... Probably some moments of like just deep concentration. Oh my goodness. Knife, Moonlight Buddy says, knife makes boo-boo easier than scissors will. And plus, these scissors are kind of curved. See how they're curved and not too pointy? There are pointy scissors used for different types of, like, craft. If you guys are in the wilderness and you're not very good with knife cutting, unless you are, bring some scissors. Scissors can save your life. It can help you cut vegetables and meat. You can even use scissors as a dagger. Wow. If anything, carry scissors with you to protect yourself. But if you're... I mean, I guess going into airports, you really can't. They're so limited. So not at an airport. Or any, like... government buildings. Never. They will not allow it. For good reason. Slicey, slicey. Special little dicey. Wow, this is moving a lot faster. I need to practice my knife cutting skills. That could also save my life, too. My struggle is so real. Ah, Brown Dwarf says, like stew! KR stew! KR stew? Like Krusty Krab stew? Moonlight says, always carry scissors and a BIC lighter. Always need for them. A Bic lighter. Have you guys seen really cool, like, little... I have one. What is it? It says Admit one. It's like a movie-themed lighter. I'm gonna need to move my cord away from the... There it is. I was hanging a little too closely to my scissors. My cutting scissor space. Oh! Live Life Peacefully says it can be your best friend. Yeah, lighters can be your best friend for survival. You need a little bit... I guess we should watch a professional video. I would totally, botch trying to explain how you can survive off, like, making your little campfires. Growing up as a scout, I had experience with camping. They said if you're gonna make a fire pit, always have a cleared area. Find a clearing. If you don't have the energy or the substance to make a clearing. Also to save time. Oh! There it is again. I need to pull it closer to me. I don't know if you can see, like, this coming into view. Probably not, but still, woof. Anyway, so make sure it's in a clearing of no grass, no trees, no brush. A great distance away from kind of, like, anything that could catch fire. Then you get rocks, something small to carry, or boulders. A boulder? Maybe not a boulder. Just a decent-sized rock. I can do this. Then slices sprinkles. Whoa! Psycho! Hello, buddy! I'm so happy you guys are still here. This will take 4 hours to complete. It's already 1:36. We started at 12. It's been an hour and 36 minutes. I usually do 12:30, but this time I decided it may be easier just to do 12 o'clock. We got the groceries around 10. And then I started preparations early. Had to clear the area. And start cutting this in here. Yeah, it took about a 2-hour preparation for a live stream. Start grabbing little chunkies. For me, start using the kind of like a farther end of the scissors. Ah, this is Carrie's giant boulder to make campfire. Oh no, the smaller rocks. Oh, that's right, campfire. So you get little small rocks. Kind of think of the mushrooms as little rocks, and you're gonna want to like make kind of like a circular area, big enough for the supplies of wood you find, depending on how big you want it to be. I kind of think of the Hunger Games, guys. If you look into the Hunger Games, they have like different short clips of them making fires and stuff. Of course, it's not shown to be educational enough for you to, you know, kind of learn from it. Learning from the Hunger Games, how to survive. That can turn into a compilation. I think we're gonna use all the bacon, probably. I forgot my chicken stock. I'll have to ask for chicken stock. Or I can run and go get it, because I'll have to wash my hands again. Hopefully you guys can still see me cut. Oh, you can. I'm cutting off here to the side. And then you get small debris, so get like some dry grass. You get clumps of dry grass. And then let me layer this better. Yeah. Get clumps of dry grass. That way it can burn easy. And then start putting it at the center of your pieces of sticks. I want to say you start building the logs after. Or you can build the logs on top of each other, kind of like a Jenga game. Like, if you guys ever played Jenga? Jenga is where you try stacking a wooden tower. It's kind of like that, except you stack it kind of like pyramid style. We could always watch a video about how to start campfires. Safely start a campfire. But they say to do it not... Well, it depends on how cold it is. Because you can attract predators by having fire lit late at night. You're gonna want to kind of cool it. Kind of like have it... You're gonna want the fire on. But dim it, because it gets dangerous. Whoa! Whoa! Moonlight says Jenga is so fun! Have you guys seen giant Jenga? Like these huge, long wooden pieces. You can play them in public spaces. They have to at some malls. Brown Dwarf says rock piece can hurt, and it's hot. Oh yeah, carrying a hot boulder. Probably not a good idea. Carry it before it gets hot. Hot piece of rock. Ah, kind of like Shrek. She cooked off of a hot piece of rock. You can even kind of build yourself a campfire where you cook on it with a boulder. A thin slate of a rock. It may not cook as fast, though. I say carry a skillet with you. A skillet or a pot. So this one right here is iron. It's an iron pot. It's really sturdy. Well, I decided to do that instead of a cauldron. I was gonna use a... Well, I guess this is considered a cauldron. I was gonna use a stew kitchen... Much bigger... extended pot. What do they call it? A stew? A chef kitchen... I gotta turn it, actually. Probably gotta turn it. I forgot the flour. I need flour to make it very chunky. Whoa! Moon says the good old cast iron pot Dutch oven. Yeah. Brown Dwarf says Joel must be very dry. Really? No oil, no nothing? Ooh, learning teachings from a dwarf. How to survive. I take that class. You guys, delicious in dungeon. If only they had a class for dishes. Delicious dishes. They did make dishes. Delicious dishes of food. And all they had was a giant cast iron. Skillet. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need flour and chicken broth. The flour is gonna give it kind of like a more thicker and give it some color. It's gonna be the chicken broth. I gotta try to work faster now. It's still gonna take about 4 hours to cook. I still have to cut the lamb meat too. I wish I would have cut the meat before, but I just got the groceries this morning, so everything's kind of fresh. Ooh, Brown Dwarf says better hurry. I'm trying. I'm hungry. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat anything all day. All I had was coffee. AI father made chorizo, but I'm cooking. This is the thing you give up when you live stream. You give up eating. you give up precious time to go to the bathroom. As long as I don't drink anything, I won't have to go to the bathroom, which is not healthy. So I don't recommend live streaming hours without hydrating. I usually have a cup of water or like a large cup of water with me, but today I don't. I should cut this more finely. And I still have the lamb to cut. I think it was better when I was cutting it in much finer pieces. Cutting it off screen. I should try cutting it here. I cut a few chunky pieces. It says you need water to survive. I know, sad robot. Petey Hobbs' lamb chop. Doesn't she go in the stew? Yes, she does. Just kidding. She gets to survive and be cute forever. She's a fictional character. She'll never die. I do have water with me, but it's for the stew. Sacrificing my life. Need to hydrate to stay youthful. I need to finish cutting this so I can work on this bad boy. Ew! Looks good. I've already added the seasoning, but I could always add the seasoning additionally to the lamb. Or more. I feel like I added enough spices to the stew. Yep, 4 hours to stew. To stew cook. Start grabbing these pieces. Start mixing it. It's a lot of meat. I guess not as much as the papas, though. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf said hurry for flour, not hurry cooking. Flour must fry before adding water. Okay, I need to go get it. I need to request assistance. I don't want to yell from my room, though. I'll just wait until AI father comes nearby. I have a fire extinguisher in case of anything. Always have a fire extinguisher if you're doing cooking streams, always. Not even optional, it's a must. And if you use it once, you need to buy another one. Because eventually it kind of... Not to say it dries out, but eventually it could easily not have enough in case something happens. We probably need to buy another one, though. We haven't used this one, thankfully, for anything. Yeah, it's good if you have a fire extinguisher and haven't used it. But the instructions are pretty simple of how to use it. Just, you know, kind of take off the clip and prepare the nozzle in the direction you want to spray it, and then pull the lever. Let's see, grab some meat here. Let me go ahead and request. Let's see. AI father! AI father's keeping Kimchi busy, so he doesn't try to jump into the bedroom. Yeah, I'll get the flour now, add it. Chunky pieces. I'm trying to make these pieces much smaller. The smaller the meat, the easier it is to cook. Because the papas is pretty much done. And it soaked up all the oil. Most of it. If not, majority of it. It says, PD Hava says, nice Dutch oven, by the way. Oh, thank you. My Dutch oven. Oh, the meat stuck to me. I gotta continuously... I'm almost done with the bacon. Almost there. Probably should stack it more on top of each other. Because I'm trying to hasten the pace. This is because there are different kinds of them for different kinds of fries. Browndoor says, yes, small piece makes fast cook. Surely won't need flour. Hours of stew. Yes. So a flour, I'm using organic flour because that's what the recipe requested. So yeah, I'm trying to make very fine pieces. We're going to be cutting up the lamb. I'm going to slice it with the knife, but then I'm going to cut it more smaller pieces. Trying to make sure they're very small. I'm hungry. My stomach is rumbly. I think these are right-handed scissors anyway, which sucks. I wish it was left-handed. But since I'm already cutting using the left hand to hold the meat, it would be a bit unsanitary for the scissors to be covered in bacon juices. Yeah. I'm very fortunate that I have most of the ingredients I need, other than the carrots, because they were out of stock. People bought a bunch of groceries due to the winter storm that came where I live. So we kind of live on a mountain. Of course, the mountain has been, you know, has been reshaped a lot due to construction for, like, living areas. But that was like maybe almost a century ago they started building here. But basically there's this giant cliff. A giant cliff area people used to use during the 50s to, like, you know, make out point or whatever they call it. Yeah, there's a big cliff area still. And you can look down at all the little towns and all the little pieces, like different parts of the city. Yeah, mountain area. But not as mountain terrain as it used to be. Because of, like, you know, changing up the land for people to live here. My hand does not fit properly with the scissors. I keep adjusting. My hands are a little sore now. I'm not that used to using scissors for cooking, but it will come in handy. Lesbian Sky says, sorry I wasn't at your last stream. I was going on a date with my girlfriend. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, make time for your girlfriend. You can come see me whenever you're free. I'm very happy for Little Skunk. Ugh, live like peacefully. So Stu is going to be busting though. Busting. There's a lot. Dwarf has fondness of mountain. Oh. Pity Hobbit says, what are you doing up make out points, Raylos? That was during the 50s. I wasn't conceived yet. Hypothetically. Conceived yet. But yeah, it used to be until they, like, tore it down and made it very unable. Like, it's not stable. The cliff is not stable, but kids used to play back over there. They had a little schoolhouse, and kids used to play on the cliff, around the cliff, and they would look down at the city as it was still in development. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, where I live, it hasn't been around here that long. Neither have the buildings, but they do still preserve churches or cathedrals. They call it cathedrals. There's a very famous one that my choir group used to sing at back when I was in middle school. For at least 2 years in middle school, I did like a chapel choir, cathedral choir. And they had a small little singing group that they would allow to perform there at the big giant cathedrals. I think a lot of people still do go there to, like, volunteer. But that was the only way I could get into singing. Was those little church groups. They're really nice. It wasn't, like, even a specific. It was just kind of like, what do you call it? Kind of like free for everybody to go. It wasn't even a particular religion, I don't think. I don't think so. At least not in the modern day. I can't remember. I can't remember! Brown Dwarf says, this is why knife is so dull. PD Hop says, were you conceived at Makeup White Sprinkles? I don't know. Maybe not. I heard I was conceived in a very different method. I will not explain. I will not explain how I was conceived. I was conceived in the wilderness. People get freaky in the woods. Do not be worried. That screaming of that man is not him in pain. People do all sorts of stuff in the woods. Man, the 70s was a time to be alive, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. Nah, I'm just pulling stuff out of my butthole. Let's see here. We're almost done with the bacon, then we'll work on the lamb. This is a lot of papas. I did not prepare for this. It's a lot of papas. I need to start stirring with the new meat being added. How were my buddies conceived? It probably would be censored. We were all conceived at one point, and they called it love. Oh, when mommy and daddy loved each other very much. Those stories are the best. Let's see. As a child, I was told, Sprinkles, this is how you were conceived, and then everything else following after was censored. PD Hobbs says, oh dear, Sprinkles, this scrapping. Brown Dwarf says, oh, knife is cut, not for stir. Oh. Oi, Sprinkles, what are you doing? Stirring with a knife. Okay. Almost done with the bacon, then we have to cut the lammy. Gotta be very thin about these slices. Then these scissors will from now on be used for cooking only. I don't think I want to use these scissors for arts and crafts. No matter how much I wash of them. I'm sure I could, but after a while, like... they'll be designated kitchen scissors. Alrighty. We are done with that there. I have a ladle. Oh, I have another piece, actually. I have this spoon. I have the spoon. I can use this instead. Okay, Sprinkles gives in. She'll stop using a knife sometimes. But using a knife to stir, it's kind of cool. I've gotten really good at it. Sorry, I don't mean to move everything so much. Ew! Looks very good. Sorry. Bloop, dirty spoon. Time to cut the delicious... Ooh, look at the lamb. Interesting. It's the size of my palm. How do I cut this Oh, there's... Oh! Oh! It has bone, okay. I think this is a lamb? Tenderloin lamb? A lamb chop? I don't know how to cut meat properly. Could I use scissors? I can use scissors! Wow, actually, I'm kind of surprised I can use scissors. Interesting. Gordon Ramsay would be confused. Please don't watch me, Gordon. I'm not a professional cook. And I'm sure his response would be very sassy. And his wife would respond to him like, well, you keep it classy. I'm sure she loves that he cooks. Imagine being his wife. I'm sure he's kind to her, but has his own opinions of when she cooks. Interesting. Start cutting up the meat. PD promises bone. Yes, bone might add flavor though. Cook with bone. I thought about it. I don't know. To cook it much faster, I'll have to cut the meat. I subscribe to you. Thank you for subscribing. Brown Dwarf says can use scissors, yes, but don't cut lamb so small. Better chunky. Really? Okay, chunky it is. I want to cook with a bone. Oh, but I'm worried that if I cook with bone, it'll take longer. I'll cook the bone. I'll put the bone in there, guys. I'll cook the bone like this, because the meat will be easier to cook if I take it off the bone. But I'll cook it with the bone inside. It will not be the same as cooking with the meat on the bone, but I'm doing that to save time. If not, I won't be able to eat until like 5 or 7 in the afternoon. I gotta make sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'll cook. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do as my masters request of me. For this is a maid cafe. Okay, chunky pieces. Got it. Chunky pieces. I'll still add this in there, but I want the meat to cook better. So yes, the stew, the lamb stew will have bone in it. Okay, chunky meat. Yes, chunky meat. Kind of crazy how well the scissors are cutting. I'm a little scared of scissors now. I'm gonna take my scissors away from my children. They're gonna get the safety scissors. Yes, do not do what Sprinkle does. I'm literally rogue. I'm a rogue maid robot. At least that's the roleplay. Chunky pieces, here we go. Brown Dwarf says remove bone before serving. Got it. Thank you. Remove bone before serving. I'm gonna have to stir. Is this bone? I think so. Oh, it'll cook off the bone. Oh. I gotta remove the knife. I don't know why I did this, but I did it. I stuck it up like that. Don't do that. Hold scissors. Stir with giant spoon. Start mixing in the meat so that way the meat can be seasoned. Smells heavily of clover. I added quite a bit of sage as well. So... And just so for anybody who wants to know, this is also being served to people other than myself and my family. It'll be served to relatives. I'm gonna give some to my grandmama. I guess that's why I'm trying to cut the meat so finely. Oh, I kind of... Oh! Oh my. I could just peel it off the bone a little. It's been sitting here like this. I need it for backup! I probably was not heard, but that's okay. The living areas, what is it? The common areas are too far. Slice and dice, slice and dice. Cut off the bone, but put the bone in. Will do, buddies. The bone. Wait, actually, I'm gonna put this in later. Actually, I'll put that in later. You're right. The bone does give juices. Cut as much of the meat off the bone as possible. I'm sure it'll melt off the bone at some point. I'm most certain of it. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's where the bone ends. Got it. Oh, I just cut into the bone. Not very smart. This piece of bone will not be going in because I sliced it. See how sharp and dangerous that could be if I forget where to remove it? So... cut much of the meat off. This will not be going in because I caught it wrong. Don't want to waste the meat because the lamb is expensive, so let me cut as much of the meat off from this piece of bone. Yep. Just like this, see? See, I'm cutting the meat off. Very carefully. This is so sharp, this could kill someone probably. If I'm not careful about it. Just have you guys look at it. I'm gonna cut the meat off of it, but I'm not gonna use the bone. This will not be going in there. And I will not waste meat. This lamb was a little pricey. Almost $40. Goodbye, piece of dangerous bone meat. Yeah, I'll leave this as is. Tried cutting it off, but don't want to risk cutting actual bone. Yeah. Ooh, I feel dizzy. Under 7 minutes says you can make saute with it, really? Saute. I can saute the bone? Brown Dwarf says, no, add bone now. Okay, add bone now. Okay, yes. Yes, me lord. This cafe I shall serve. Chunky meat. Chunky meat. Increase this giant amount of heat. Okay. This right here can go here. We have 2 more. Kinda just want to stab the meat. Yes, me lord! It's like me lord Shishimiru. I love that little Jockin. Jockin's an imp. He's so cute. Too bad he never got a happy ending of like finding love or something. He just forever served his lord Shishomaru. Kind of like he had love for Shishomaru. I was kind of in love with him. My conspiracy that he had like... I think it was just admiration. Because Lord Shishomaru was like this noble demon. And then Jockin was like a... He was an imp in power. So he actually ruled over other imps. And then he met Lord Shishomaru and then became kind of like obsessed with his strength. So he ended up serving Lord Shishomaru instead. And he abandoned his village of imps. He was like their ruler because he had a giant staff. So his giant staff actually brought him power. Put the bone in. And start cutting these pieces. They did come out with another series following Inuyasha about their children. Lord Shishomaru has children. Okay, chunky meat, chunky meat. Seiko says, okay, Sprinkles, I have to go. It was fun watching you cut meat. Okay, thank you for coming. PD Hobbs says 20. What, Carslane? Oh my goodness, I have to go back on chat. I'm just so distracted by... I wish I could go faster, but I can't. Kinda dangerous. I need to stir now. Brown Dwarf says Janna's head. Janna's head staff. That's what it was called? Yeah, because it had the head staff of the old woman. And then, well, yeah, the old man and the old woman. And they would help him find direction of, like, when it came to finding things. Which is why Lord Jockin, that's why he's called Lord. He was the Lord of Imps. Gonna throw this in there with the meat on it. Alrighty, guys. It's all about food today. This was a surprise live stream. If anybody was wondering how I came out with the lamb stew. I don't know. I started craving it. And I thought, if I'm gonna do live stream, I'm gonna leave this in here. Kind of like the fatty part of the lamb meat. My hands are so bloody. We'll set this aside. Let's go ahead and start stirring. I still have to add parsley. The parsley will come in after. Let me start adding the flour. But I need to go grab it real quick. Along with the chicken stock. So let me clean up and let me stir first. I need to clean up to bring the camera closer. But I need to remove this because if not, this could burn. So... no, it's stuck. It's kind of hot, so yep. Alrighty, guys. I'm not giving up yet. My room smells like a kitchen. I don't not mind the smell at night. It smells like nice, delicious stew. The life of a cooking VTuber. Always in the kitchen. I would love to do quick, like, quick to bake or cook items. I would love to. If I cooked the meat beforehand, then it probably would have been much faster. Already getting a little mushy. I must add flour now, so... Alright guys, I'll be right back. Please watch it for me. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf often looks at Janus' head glass bottle of ancient Rome. Dwarf wants to get for a dwarf pullard. That sounds kind of cool. Says, yes, keep that. Yum, you paid for it. Better use it. Exactly. I'll be back, guys. Watch the stew for me. I'll also come back and clean up too. I am back, guys. I'm gonna be here for just a moment because let me stir it real quick. I need to get boiling water in the kitchen started. It seems to be doing really well. Fingers crossed everything turns out okay. Thank you for waiting so patiently. Ah, that's right. I want to move it closer, actually. But I can't move it directly, even with mittens, because of how dangerously hot it can be. It's good I have a rack here. I brought some rosemary to add. I think I forgot it in the kitchen. Oh, and I was kind of sort of rushing when I started stream. Let me clean up just a little bit. I even have like a baby wipe, a clean one, right with me. Just to help with the clutter a little bit. Not everybody does this, but I do. That's just a preference of trying to keep it nice and orderly. Alright, so we're gonna move this aside. A little food in there. And let me go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, it's limited a bit. See if I can get it a little closer to the pot for you. Ah, that's better. So now you guys can see kind of directly above it. I would move the light closer. Is that helping in any way? Maybe just a little bit. Excuse me, I burped. I kind of chowed down a bit on some stuff. I need to actually put the light on it. Hey guys, I had to go and... Oh goodness. I had to go for helping get the water ready. Thank you for waiting. PD Hobbit says instant bouillon. No! Yes! Brown Dwarf says should not be in danger. Hot glove will be fine to move. You think so? Oh. It's just really heavy. I'm tempted to. I'm kind of readjusting the lighting out here. Just a little bit so you guys can see it better. Is that better? I even have like my main light on. So, little Lammy! Let me add the rosemary. I have some sea salt. We're gonna add this in a little bit. I'm trying to figure out... Wait a second. Oh, that's the monitor. I was like, please don't see my room. It's a mess. Add some rosemary, because it gives it a nice flavor. Let me start adding in the flour real quick. A lot of rosemary. Add some salt. The bouillon will go at the same time as the... Just a little bit of salt. It's kind of chunky. I need a salt grinder. I don't think I want to add this one in. Unless I kind of just... Oh. Okay. Not bad, but just a bit, because the bouillon can be pretty salty. We're gonna add the flour in. Kind of just a little bit at a time. Not all at once. I don't want it to be directly right with the camera over it. I think that just at an angle is good. It's safe enough. The thing about iron skillets or pots like this is that it kind of cooks the iron from the pot or skillet into the food, which is cool. I think that's why we use it more now. Kind of start cooking the flour into it. Tap a little not too aggressively. Don't want it to move everything too much. Move these aside. Add a little more flour in. Some people sift it. I'm just gonna do very little at a time. It says, brown dwarves, yes. Dwarf can tell. Salt will dissolve. No need for grinding. Thank you, dwarf. You guys, any other foodies in here? Have you cooked lamb stew before? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite stew is. Let's see. Cook very little at a time into the food. Gotta be extra careful at this point. We're doing about a cup of flour, so I'm just adding it little by little to see how much I want into it. Flour kind of gives more girth. It makes it more chunky. So flour in here. Use the meat to absorb the flour on the side here. Use the meat to scrub the flour off the side of the pot. Start cooking it in. The meat is slow cooking, so by the time it boils, it should help greatly. Let's kind of use this smarter instead of just banging it. Gotta be diligent and careful as much as possible. It says, PD Hobbs says, if the stew is in a can, sure. Oh, really? Some stews can be frozen. Isn't that interesting? Some people will have like a stew kit. I think that's cool. It's kind of like curry paste. I think it depends on like how you get the box stew. Sometimes they have box stew where you add basically kind of like curry paste into it. Oh, where's the camera? Oh, it's right here. They'll add it in to like vegetables they cook. But I see what you mean. Like canned stew is pretty delicious. The doggos are looking at me. No, you can't have any. You crazy. They're licking their lips and looking at me. They're like, sprinkles, please. I want some. No. This is not for your consumption. They can have the lamb bone after. I definitely had to eat some my brain. I had to eat some chorizo before I came back. So I was really hungry and I felt faintish. Do not do what I'm doing! Be very careful. Be sure to eat. I had coffee, but I need other fluids. Lately, I've been eating a lot of fruit to help hydrate me. Ooh. Interesting. Cooking the flour in. Gotta use both hands. It's getting very, I can feel the... I can see how the flour mixing in makes it a little bit more clumpy. I don't want to add too much flour, but I do want to mix it in slowly. If any of you get lonely and you want to cook with someone today, you can come cook with me. It's okay. Some people want to cook and eat with someone. You can come cook and eat with me. It'll be a while till we actually get to try this, though. It's gotta cook properly. I feel like I'm making ground beef. Starting to look that way a little. But like Brown Dwarf said, you gotta make sure you cook it in first before you add the water. Gotta let it cook a little. I kind of want to try frying something on live stream, but I'm very scared of when oil pops. It's kind of like how they phrase it. When oil starts splattering. Gotta catch up with chat. Brown Dwarf says, this is so much flour. Stew should not become dough. Oh, too much? Okay. Thank you. Too much flour? Got it. Got it, got it. No more flour. Too much flour! Okay, no more flour, thank you! Use the meat to clean the sides of flour. No more flour, then. I'll just go collect my hot water now. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you! Thank you for your observations. It's helpful. It should not become dough sprinkles. Goodness. Alright, be back. With the food god's blessing, we shall prevail, buddies. Muerto says, why didn't she add any water? And I thought flour was thicker. and I thought flour was thicker. Oops. That's my first time doing stew, so let me go ahead and mix it. I had to adjust it to make sure it's sitting on the stove, the portable stove, properly. Now let me mix it around. Let me see if I can... So this is the meat so far. Not bad. I'm learning. Ooh. We're at the mercy of the food gods, guys. I swore the recipe called for a cup of flour. Maybe for something much more. But let me start cooking it in. Let me add some chicken broth. Get the ladle, have it soak in just for a few seconds. Get all the delicious meat and veggie off. I do wish we had some carrots, though. Unfortunately, they were sold out. Food's getting a little scarce sometimes. Kinda scary. Don't want it to resort to cannibalism! Let's go ahead and add our tomato. Oh gosh, I'm burping. Ooh, I'm burping like a woman. Don't want to get the dolls dirty. Move this to the side. Get our... This is our tomato paste. Oh. Start squeezing it around the edges. Around its cylinder body. And now I will use scissors. Dip scissors in. Use the scissors in the delicious heat. And the good soup heat. I forgot to bring an actual spoon. Yay! Makes this more interesting. You never see anybody cook this way. Probably for safety reasons. As long as you know how to wield kitchen scissors, or scissors in my case, you should be okay. Let the water, let the nice hot water get the juice paste off, the tomato paste. These will forever be kitchen scissors. Don't worry, I washed them before bringing them back. Because I used it for the meat. For sanitary reasons. Sure, it's all going in, but... Don't want to keep bringing... blood into the stew as it cooks. Scissors are for cutting, not for stirring, but in this case... I'm using it for stirring. Got some tomato paste left over. Let the gods be merciful. With a silly little fox using scissors to cook stew. You'll never see this ever again, probably. What you have is what you have. Work with what you got. If all I have is scissors to survive, you bet you I will use them. I'll become the best scissor wielder ever to be born. Imagine back then someone wielding giant scissors. I bet it's a thing. I'm sure they had some weapon that was very similar. If they had giant sledgehammers, it still do. Scary. What are sledgehammers used for? Aren't they used for, like, building metal material? Clean the scissors with the hot boiling water. There you go, pretty clean, sort of. Put this aside, very dangerous. Moon says your favorite anime must be Kill La Kill, because they have giant scissors as a weapon. You know, that is one of my favorites, actually. That is one of my favorites. I like Kill La Kill. Ooh! Look at the stew go, guys. They eat weird worm patties. I want to eat mealworm patties. I'll eat those weird patties from Kill la Kill. They look very delicious and nutritious. Whoa! Cool. I like what I'm seeing here. Gotta stir very softly back and forth in the shape of an 8. Get it nice, mix it in good. Make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Whoa. I see why they add tomato paste. I'm tempted to put the chicken bouillon. I don't know if I should. Moon says that stew looks delicious. Thank you. Oh, I wish I could share it virtually. Sorry if my voice echoes. The house is kind of empty. This carpet helps though. I'm gonna add 1. I wanted to add 3, but I think I'll just add this for every 2 cups. Maybe just 2. I don't think there's a need to add a 3rd. But this will help with flavoring. Mmm. Too bad we don't have any carrots. Well, I have my carrot buddies here, so that's enough carrots for today. At least for me. Let's go ahead and mix the bouillon in there. Sometimes they say beef stock, but I don't have any beef stock. Beef stock is usually like the liquid version. You can buy it in a smaller container. Like a pint. Very small, or a quarter of a pint. Very small. But I have just chicken bouillon, so we'll work with it. Ooh. Oh, don't want you near the fire, my love. Please stay away from the fire. Please. I want to add more flour, but not sure if it calls for more. We'll just have this as is. It says, Carslane! Oh, bro, Dwarf says taste first before adding salty. It's a little too late, but I'll taste it. You guys can taste it first. I'll hold off on the meat. I'll just do the juices. Alright, guys. You can taste the first sip. Alright, my turn. It needs more salty. It's not salty enough. More salty too. It's not salty! I need... Ooh! I can add some lemon. Ooh, I should add some lemon. Bing! It's not salty enough for sprinkles! Moon says, yay! Amazing pure bliss! Oh! It's not salty enough for me. Petey Hobbs is going to go eat lunch. Here, Sprinkles, bye-bye! Thank you for coming! I'm glad I made you hungry. I made you munchy. I'm super hungry. Now I'm crouching or squatting. Squatting now. My face reads better if I squat. And the meat looks like it's cooking. Dang it for those carrots. With the metal. I wonder if I try it again. Taste it? Why isn't it salty? Is it not supposed to be? Huh. I wonder if I'm missing something. Should I add more flour? Probably not. Well, maybe a little more flour would do. No, maybe not. Well, maybe just a little bit more. Should I have done this? Maybe not, but I did. And now I stir. I need to make it more thicky. It'll boil, not to worry. It'll boil. Muertos, you need to wait for the bouillon to dissolve. Oh yeah. So naughty Sprinkles made salty stew. I should probably like chard some bread. I should cook some bread, butter it. I should have waited, but Sprinkles was too engaged to not do it, but she did. Where is it though? Oh. I will not be adding more flour because you can see the flour. Oh, those are mushrooms! Oh, I mushrooms! I almost used a whole pack of mushrooms. I should have. Forgot. We need more mushrooms, actually. Our mushroom! Muerto says, the flour takes away flavor, and if not easy salty, you just add regular salt. I'm sitting down now. I've been standing for 2 hours and almost 2 hours and 38 minutes. Well, I want to move it closer. I don't want to do that. I might break it. Garsley says, I usually fry flour before adding it. Well, that sounds like a more smarter idea. I think people would say it's plain. So, just a little bit more. This is gray sea salt. You're right, I'll just wait. I'm kind of tempted to add honey. I accidentally grabbed it on the way here when I first started. I want to add honey. Is that weird? Alright, guys, I'm gonna be a little freak of nature. Also, do not boil, just simmer. Oh, okay. I'm adding honey. Something told me add honey. Am I weird? Maybe I'm weird. I added clover honey. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Something told me just do it. See what happens. I'm just doing whatever at this point. I don't know. Add honey. Don't know why or don't know how, but I did. Literally. Simmer, do not boil. I want to add some frozen peas. Maybe I should add some frozen peas. It'll add more water. Where's my chicken bouillon? Brown Dwarf says honey. Not bad. Really? Thank you. Oh. I'm so happy. Add some honey. Add some honey to my stew. I gotta mix it a while. I need to add some peas. Peas and carrots. More vegetables. Oh, I forgot! I almost forgot. Hold on a second. I almost forgot. But you guys reminded me. I'll be back. It's right next to me, actually. I need to get some celery. I brought some celery. Or no, it's cilantro. Celery's a stock stickies. This is celery. Time to cut my celery. I don't know if I should do it now or if I should do it later. I mean, cilantro. Time to cut my cilantro. Not celery. Why did I call it that? Cilantro. Cilantro. Just a little bit. Man, am I going rogue? I'm gonna cut this very tiny. I don't like these stickies when they choke. I choke on these little sticks, actually. Oh, I forgot! I had other uses for this. You can add honey or molasses or brown sugar if you want it to be sweet. That's genius! A genius! I could just add it as is, but I'm being extra. Being extra, I'm chopping it up. Well, Brown Dwarf says clover. Topical indeed. Oh, you had celery and didn't fry? I was supposed to fry it? I didn't fry it. Well, we'll continue on this journey. I should bring some carrots. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go grab some peas and carrots, guys. I'll be right back. Maybe bring some more mushrooms. I'm just adding to it. Oh, clover. Cilantro. Let's see. Let me try. Let me taste it, actually. Huh, that did something. Interesting. Alright, keys and parrots, here I go. But they're frozen. Should I add the frozen peas and carrots? Yeah, I'm gonna go do it. I'll be back. I'll be right back. It's not... yeah, I got it mistaken for celery. It's, it's, parsley? Organic Italian parsley? I'm gonna show you guys. This parsley. Parsley! It's backwards though. Organic parsley. I'll be back! I gotta let it breathe. Add peas late! Add peas late? Really? Like add it later? You think it's too soon? Too soon. Huh. You're right, it actually might be. Oh, just making sure you guys can't see my feet. Add it later? You sure? I should add it later? Maybe? I have to let it stew. For how long? I'll be back. Ow! The brown dwarf says to add frozen veggies, add it 10 to 15 minutes later. Okay. I just stuffed my face with chocolate. I found a chocolate muffin in the freezer and I just ate it. Here's some lemon. Here's some of the special sesame sauce, which helps things cook faster. Under 7 minutes, nah, and those taste delicious. Is it weird I want to add sesame oil to have it toasted sesame oil? It says not a significant source of trans fat, cholesterol, dietary fiber, total sugars added, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Sesame oil contains sesame. I need to add some sort of oil. Just a little bit. Little sauce and oil. Little sauce. I have coffee. It says, oh, this is so sweet. I gotta read chat. I'm so behind. Brown Dwarf says add frozen veggies last 10 to 15 minutes. And add more heat to stew. It's not bubbling presently. You're so right. A bubble, please. We're doing it on medium because it's at my desk. Especially for meat cooking. If you hear Kimchi in the background, he's meowing because he wants to come in. I'm using baby dog gates. We call them dog gates because we have dogs. We try keeping out of like certain rooms. We try keeping the dogs out of Kimchi's potty room. But yeah, adding sesame oil, it should help it boil much faster. I noticed adding sesame oil to any broth, it starts to bubble very quickly. So I'm gonna add that in, not necessarily for flavor, I know it does just a bit, but to help move things along. So we're gonna do that. Is that necessary or a part of the recipe? No, it is not. But I'm adding it. Yeah. I'm adding it, buddies. Ooh, we're gonna catch up with chat. Oh my goodness, buddies. Okay. Brown Dwarf says yes, at last. Only need very little cooking. Destroy fresh taste of peas and carrots if overdone. Cabbage may be better for overcooking, but also better when just properly cooked. Parsley! Very normal for stars. Stop confusing dwarf! Me and my reading abilities. Celery, no. Cilantro, no. Parsley! Catching Carsley says I usually fry flour before adding. I'm going way back. PD Hobbs says, oh. It says Moon says, oh, amazing pure bliss. Let's go to... Brown Dwarf says, yes. Seems sesame oil is maybe kind of weird. It's supposed to help boil it. Do you think it's gonna bubble faster? Trying teaspoons first! Oh, but too late. No oil will not help cooking differently. No? I don't know. The last time we did dumplings, when I made dumpling soup, for some reason it boiled faster with sesame oil. So I just assumed. I'll stop assuming sesame oil works for everything. I should probably taste it. Oh no! I could get too close to tasting it. Oh, I could accidentally show my face. No. Oh. Interesting. We'll boil it on medium. I want to add some lemon. What do you think lemon will do to it? Bloop. Whenever I add lemon or I guess lime, it's supposed to be lime. Doesn't it look cute? I was obsessed with these as a kid. Move these far away. Ooh, it's boiling! Adding limon helps boil things faster because of the acid. I wish I could give you guys some. Mix it in. Add peas last. Oh, these are very frozen. Brandor says oil is oil. We'll just take flour for we'll just take flour of stew and carry taste in dish. Oh. Let me move away from it. It's getting very poppy. I don't have a transparent lid, so we'll just have to watch it. Maybe partially watch it, so the steam can kind of help cook it faster. I'm a little nervous now. I'll play with you guys in the lamb. My cute little buddies. I love this doll. No, lemon did not change the boil. You changed the heat. I'm like adding more spice shall allow it to boil faster. I did turn up the heat. I like the logic. Add peas later. Oh, it's so tempted. Tempting to throw it in. So, buddies, want to tell a horror story while it boils? Under 7 says, that's so cute. The toy. Her name is called Lamb Chop. I'll move my coffee. Move my coffee closer to me. Her name is Lamb Chop. She's an actual sheep. She's like, who wants a lammy? I do. I do. Na 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 na. I always kind of wanted to be a puppeteer. Hello, boys and girls. Just kidding. Hello, grown women and men. How are you today? I was trying to purchase the puppet, the hand puppet, so I can do a little puppet show as I cook lamb stew. Like the little weirdo I am. Being creative. Is that lamb stew? But I'm a lamb. Why, Sprinkles? Wait, you're this way. Why, Sprinkles? Because we're hungry, and you're a puppet. It's different. You're not real lamb. You're a puppet lamb. But the logic, but why? Because we're hungry. Okay. I guess I'll let you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Conrail says poke. I'll take a little sitcom here. It's not a real lamb. Isn't she cute and tiny? I wish I looked like you, Lammy. You're so adorable. Excuse me, I burped. No lambs were harmed in the video. Promise. Conrail, do you like the lamb? Do you like the baby lamb? And she's gonna lick the face. She's cute. The weather's gotten better. I kind of missed how cold it was. You guys, story time. The cars were so iced because we don't have a garage. We don't have a garage we're using. We do have one, but it's like on the other side of the house. If you think about it, like the house, we have the front area to like a park. But then we have the other area here on the side to where we have the garage. But it's not like automatic fence doors that open and close. So we usually just park in front of the house. So I got like a cardboard box and I kind of sliced it in half. And I used it to kind of shove all the icicles off the front of the window of the car. That's what we did yesterday because we were afraid it would ice more today. Except for the lamb in that stool, says Brown Dwarf. Brown Dwarf says horror story. One time Dwarf slipped in the kitchen. Stepped in a puddle of duck fat. Oh my gosh. I heard ducks have a lot of chunkas. They have a lot of juices. I think duck meat is known for how juicy it is. Smashed head into table, spilled fat all over dwarf, ruined clothes, smelled of dead bird, bathed in sink. Oh my goodness. Duck is very gainy. What is your favorite meat to eat? Is it duck, deer, bear, gator? Is it beef, chicken, pork? Ah, I've eaten quail before. Quails are very small though. Like tiny little rotisserie chickens. Under 7 Min says, are you gonna eat that all, Sprinkles? Not by myself. I'm actually gonna be sharing it with my my abuela, and mi abuelo, and my uncle and my tia. I'll send them over, so... yeah, not all by myself. I'll probably use this bowl to serve me. But I need a spoon. Kinda dry. I need some oils. I need lotion! I need the lotion. It's too far from me. Chickens muertos. Ooh, do you like frying chicken? Ooh, I almost dropped stuff. Do you like frying chicken? Boiling it? Do you like baking chicken? Man, we have a giant turkey in the fridge, and I have had it for 2 years. It's a huge turkey. Yeah, a huge turkey in the fridge, like the deep freezer. I've had it for 2 years. People say not to eat it because it's like... It's a freezer burn, so it's kind of bad to eat. Not to eat it. Brown Dwarf says, quail is yummy and also pigeon. You guys, you can't eat the little pigeons. Like, they are edible. I would say raise them because they can have parasites depending. Yeah. With any kind of bird, with any animal, always take out the guts, and you would have to clean that separate, kind of thing. They have tripas for like pork and and beef. Should I stir it, buddies? Oh wow. Stir it just a little. Yeah, I gotta stir it a little. Gotta stir it very carefully. I kinda wanna play a game, but I wanna keep an eye on the stew. Brandor says dwarf has special ancient Byzantine marble platter for serving chicken. Dwarf uses for serving chicken nuggets. What a turkey! Under 7 Min says you can share your family reaction when you try cooking. I wish, but I don't want to show their faces. Oh, it tastes good! Oh my gosh! Adding limon really changed the flavor. AI father gave a thumbs up for approval. He smells it. You guys, my room smells like a stew kitchen, and I have no shame. Tonight, I will not air out the windows, and I'll smell nothing but the lamb stew. Today is a celebratory day. Lamb stew for the holiday. The start of a new year. This is our New Year stew special. I don't think I'll ever do this again. See how good it is to do cooking and baking? Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, guys. It's also my excuse to take 5 hours out of my day to cook. Or boil. I guess this is kind of like stewing, not necessarily boiling. I guess boiling would be like dipping chicken, right? Dipping chicken into... Boiling vegetables, then serving it on the side kind of concept, I think. My first time doing stew. You know, this energy we bring together is why the food tastes delicious. I just want you guys to know that. You're the reason why it tastes so good. Your energy, your conversations, your love for food is why it tastes so good. Your enthusiasm for hand cams is why I live and breathe. I'm so dramatic, but yes, very genuine. That's how I feel. Brown Dwarf says, Byzantine Roman Empire Part 2 platter is plus 1,000 years old. That's right, you're a collector. Do you guys collect items? Like, do you collect plushies, guys? I really need some lotion here. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Let me back. with lotioned hands, aloe vera. Mmm. You could cook aloe vera. It's kind of like cacti. That is so cool. Do you guys want to play a game? Games! Do you want to play a game on the side? We totally could, guys. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play again. A silly game that won't take too much of our time and focus. And we'll leave the stew pot on screen. We're gonna multitask to the max. Since I'm no longer cutting anything, I don't have to be scared of endangering myself. We are going to do the impossible. Do the impossible. Brown Dwarf says dwarves used to collect stuffies. Still has some, like lamb. Lamb sits on dwarf's TV. Oh, that's cute. Wait. Do you mean like stuffed animals, or do you mean animals that were stuffed? Now, buddies, I have no, like, I think if you like collecting stuffed animals, whether plushie form or actual animals, I'm actually kind of cool about it. I know some people are like, no this, no that. I mean, it's your life, man. This sounds cool. I wish I had a stuff. We wanted to stuff our dog because he was huge. His name was Bentley. He was a big dog. And we thought he was so beautiful, we wanted to turn him into something that could never be forgotten. Instead, we buried him because it was too tragic. It was old age, but still. We wanted to stuff our dog in memory of him. Is that so wrong? We did, but we couldn't because it was too traumatic. It was on a sunny, hot, summery day, and I had him under the cool shade, and it was just, he was like, I think 13 years old. He's a golden retriever mixed with Labrador, so he was a chocolate boy. He was a big old chocolate bear. So cute. Brown Dwarf says stuffed toys. Dwarf has no taxidermy. Okay, no taxidermy. Live life peacefully. Yum yum. Oh my goodness. Brown Dwarf says dwarf has Peruvian mummy mask that is almost like couch cushion. Not really stuffy, but technically a stuffily. I've never thought about collecting mummified things or mummied stuff. Oh, I need to make this smaller. We are going to play a game. We're gonna play a game alongside as we watch the stew boil. Ta-da! We're gonna play a game, sort of. Okay, we're gonna do browse games. Browse games. Like browser games? Play in browser games. Oh, let me get the music started, too. Goodbye, modules. We're gonna do browser noise. This is how we're gonna play our game. I might as well get kind of tiny. Whoa, it's really bubbling. Well... Is it weird I wanna... Is it weird? Oh, okay. Oh wait, what? Dwarf has mummy mask, not mummy. Mummy's very ding 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 cha-ching. Expensive. That's as expensive as a house. Or renting. Linksy says, would you ever attend culinary school like at all? I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Where do I put this? Where do I put this? It's cooking in the background, but it's so hard to see. How do I do this? Okay, I have an idea. Oh, that's another good idea, actually. Processing. Right there! Genius idea, right, buddies? Kinda! There's so much darkness behind me. So much vast darkness. There you go! Genius idea, buddies! My heart rate is stuck at 113. Oh, it is moving. My heart rate is moving very fast. Alright, time to pick a game. What game shall we play? Nothing too distracting. Huh. Goodbye, doggy. Play with me. Oh, this is a crazy one. I played that one for fun. It is good though. Lynx says, would you ever, Brown Dwarf says, live life peacefully says, Jigsaw? We could do that. Let's do a jigsaw puzzle. I wish we could play a game where we play together. Jigsaw. Oh, that is a game. Oh. Jigsaw puzzle pack? Oh, wow! Okay. Jigsaw puzzle pack. Art by Ruberine by Pieces. Oh! Pick. Okay. Oh! X to hole? Wait! Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf has tried before. Mummy Falcon and Mummy Cat and Mummy Ibis of Egypt, but Dwarf has never won. Oh! You mean like when you, they call it... It's where it's an auction. There's like items on auction. This seems a little complicated for my hands. I'm gonna choose something that is also browser. Jigsaw SpongeBob. Jigsaw World? Jigsaw Maze. With the actual Jigsaw. Jigsaw Tetris? Okay. As long as it's not too complicated. Under 7-minute orange cat whistling. Guys, that's cool. I mean, auctions are pretty interesting. Okay. Can you hear the music? I don't know. Interesting. Is it too loud? How does this work? I guess? Ooh, what is that? Is something spooky gonna happen? Oh. This is kind of creepy. Can I turn it? Oh, I can. Oh, this is different. This is like harder. Brown Dwarf says, yes, auctions! Auctions are cool. Ah, I got it in. This feels harder than normal Tetris, for sure. Get that one over here. Aren't we supposed to match colors? I bet something creepy happens. Like a creepy clown pops out. I know where this is going. What in the world? What in the world is this? Very spooky. Live life peacefully says LOL. Dwarf elbow because dwarf always has imprints from lead on puzzles. Oh. This is kind of okay. This is weird. The little one over here? Oh no! Dwarf says actually Dwarf is watching auction flint knife of ancient Egypt. My guess is to use these, but to fill in the gaps. Oh no. Egypt soon. Dwarf will try, but probably will lose. Sometimes things are really expensive. Especially at auctions. Let's see, can I beat this game? Oh no. What a strange game! This game is kind of scary. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's just a regular Tetris, but... may need to stir real quick. I don't know if this game is plausible. Oh no, I should have waited. What happens if we lose? Let me try to purposefully lose at this point. Don't forget to stir still. Okay. See. Oh yes, make sure to stir your stew. Ooh, got some squishy fat in here. I'm gonna intentionally lose a Tetris game. It's so gray. It's like a brownish gray. Game over. Retry. No! We're gonna go into another game. How long do I let it simmer? But it's too hot for my lips here, but... Oh, yes. Mighty fine indeed. Don't want it getting stuck to the bottom. I wish I could add some beans to it. Ooh, it's melting off the bone. I'll be sure to fish out the bone so that way nobody chokes on it, because that's scary. As long as you know how to do... Oh goodness. I was gonna say ASMR. As long as you know how to do... Oh no. Oh, I forgot how to say it. No. ASMR, no. That's so bad. That is so bad. If someone's choking... Oh, I can't believe I did that. ASMR? What is... Oh my goodness, I know what that is, but... Dun dun! Oh my goodness. I can't believe that's so bad. If someone's choking, you do CPR. Oh my gosh, the lords have helped me remember. Do CPR, my goodness. Live life peacefully says, beans, eat beans, you're doing to be walking and farting. I go... With each step I take... That's so bad. I'd be farting a lot. Browse games. We're gonna do play in browser. Let's play a spooky game. Solitude. Sketch individuals. This is the browser game. It will not show up on the app. The game was made in 48 hours for 𝐴𝐴 1000 Games Game Jam. Roleplay as a police sketch artist and a sketchy individuals. What? Where you must use a character customization sheet to accurately draw the criminal that the victim is describing. Be careful. This drawing is your only reference later, when you have to match and arrest the correct individual from the lineup. Programming, writing, design by 𝐴𝐴. Art, writing, design, and by 𝑯𝑨𝑽𝑬. Graphic design, writing, and design by Tyler. Attribution. Pencil by Faston. Footsteps on wooden floor by 𝑃ixabay. I love 𝑃ixabay for images, sound effects, and more. Scene of the crime by David Robson. A private detective by Noru and 𝑃ixabay. Oh. Putting my love into the stew. How do you know what is done? Do I taste it? Should I taste the meat? Maybe I should taste the meat. I taste the meat to know? Where's my meat? No wonder you said 2 chunky chunks. I can't find the meat. Oh no. Oh, they're at the bottom. Never mind. They're meat, so then it's like a little... Try a little meat for you. Try a little meat for me. I don't know. Oh, under 7 mint. Aw, yes. I want you guys to try it with me, even virtually. That's enough for me. But I wish you could virtually taste it. That'd be so sick. That'd be VTubing on a whole nother level so you can smell and taste what we cook. I don't know about smelling and tasting the VTuber, but, what would I smell like? What do you, maybe... Well, I'm covered in fruit, so I probably smell fruity. Oh, I think some of the flour ended up being on the bottom of the cauldron. Not to worry, I'll just keep stirring. We're gonna try this game. I think the meat, it's hard to tell if it's cooked all the way, but not to worry. It's not too sweet either, but even though I added honey, let's try the game. It's 3:23. Have some with some sun. They weren't the palest I've ever seen. Pale. The palest, you say? Okay, lacking coloration. Lacking some, pigmentation. Oh my. The hairdo was a bit shocking to a little old lady like me. Very lopsided indeed. Where'd the other half go? The other half, you say? Probably she means that it's buzz cut. But if it's buzzed cut... Sailor Moon! Sailor Moon robbed the poor old woman! Oh my gosh! Sailor Moon! But, more roughed out Sailor Moon. Half of the hair was missing. Buzz cut, regular hair, just a little curly. Probably half of it's missing, right? Where'd the other half go? Probably a buzz cut. Not bald. She did not define the texture. I would say... She wouldn't be too shocked by if it was like a man's regular haircut. I'm gonna go with buzz cut. Well, I don't like that that's the only one. But it could already just kind of be predetermined that if it's like half of it's already buzzed off. Says it all went... So it's all kind of lopsided. I was thinking of kind of like a punkish hairdo. Yeah, that makes kind of sense. Let's do this a little bit. The bones. Gotta make sure the bones get moved around a bit too. Kind of helps with stirring. Having the bone move with the... Yeah. Tastes pretty good, but we gotta make sure it cooks all the way. Alright, so you guys can partially see it. Alright, we're gonna go with this hairdo. Why, it was about the same, shade of lovely golden locks, if I had it in my mind. Golden locks, you say? Is it glitching? Why, it was, the same shade as a lovely golden locks in my youth. Why, it was to say... Oh my gosh, it doesn't give me coloration here. I think it's glitching out. Oh my gosh! Okay, golden hair. They looked rather tired, dear. I think they could have done with a nice afternoon nap. So they look tired. Beady eyes. Very stern stare. Yeah. Beautiful. Super tired. Alright. Their eyes reminded me of my famous hazel cookies. Hazel cookies? Once we finish up here, I'll go right down to the kitchen and whip you up a batch of being so sweet and helpful. You said hazel, right? Green? There's green, brown, I guess. What Black eyes, Hazel? Hazel would be green, wouldn't it? I guess it's not too... I'm not too sure, sweetie. I wasn't too big or too little, not too skinny, not too wide, just average. So average nose. Average, so I guess lacking feature, right? Because this is 𝑏𝒍𝑽𝑘𝐿. This is a round button nose. I don't think that nose is average. I think this nose is lacking, right? Too skinny. Voldemort. I guess average? Just average. Average. Didn't mind, this person just spent so long frowning, that face got stuck like that. My grandkids never believed me when I warned them about that, but it's true. You said frowning, right? Got some big old lips. Oh, frown. Smiley, slanted, simple, frowny. Facial hair. No hairs to speak of on that face. Why, even Grandma might have been beaten them. Wait, have them beat? Oh, she's saying she's hairy, so none. No hair. Scars? Oh heavens no, I would hope not, even for a ruffian like themselves, so no scars. Ooh, cool, if they had scars, they'd look like that. Like Scar, or like Kenji. Kenji, one of the cool, like, shoujin animes? Big ol' scar in the face. Now that I think about it, sweetie, I think they might have had their ears pierced. Ears pierced? Too, nothing else comes to this old mind. Ears pierced, got it. Then you got nose ring, so ears pierced, can't have both. Nothing that I could see, which is strange for you, for youngins these days. Why, even Grandma has some hidden ink. Oh. Oh. Nothing that I could see, so no tattoos. Okay, no tattoos, got it. Okay, what now? Continue. Okay, this is the rough sketch we got. No tattoos, so this guy's out. Said she referred to him as a man. And frowning, so not this person. They lacked pigmentation, so not this nice guy right here. And she said an average nose, so it can't be this guy. I never thought the butt chin would be a square. But you're not really frowning, it's this guy. Arrest. Face something. Does it matter? Yes, it matters. Let me go ahead and start stewing just a little bit. I guess it said it takes 4 hours, but I think we're good, honestly. Maybe an hour left, because we've been stewing this since maybe 3. It's already like, well, we started around like the end. Was it 3 o'clock? I can't remember when we added water. Live Like Peacefully says, candy cane no, sprinkles no. No more candy cane up the nose. I'd love to put fries up the nose, though. Let me see real quick. I'm over here tasting stew. Yeah, it says 4 hours, but how long? How do I know if it's cooked? I can't really tell. Do I taste it? Do we taste it to see? Well, maybe a little more? Should I turn up the heat? I don't want to turn it up too high. Maybe let it boil a little bit more? I don't want it to get too hot, though. Candy nose! I wish I had French fries. I'd like to put a French fry up my nose. We'll do candy cane. Do I have a straw? I have a mustache! Candy cane! I'll do peppermint. I'll do peppermint blast. We'll do a candy cane up my nose. Oh my goodness. It's cooked! It's time for veggies. Really? Brown dwarf! Oh, thank you, brown dwarf. I would have had it sitting here for too long. Okay, I'll put a candy cane up my nose. I'll make it tiny, though. Alright, got a candy cane in my nose. Okay. Time for our veggies. Got it. Alright. We still gotta catch the person who stole the person's bike. Alright, time for veggies. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Gotta slice it in half partially. That didn't work. I think I just need to cut it. Cut it! Cut it! Okay. See, they're kind of frozen, but hopefully they'll be okay. I gotta put it in very carefully. Oh, a pea came out. A few peas popped out. It's kind of melting. Having sat nearby the stew. Maybe add some music. Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, lovely.
What happened to the music? Slowly let it fall into the stew. Adding some water too. Add your sweet peas. Oh, that's all of them. Don't want to show my face. Don't want to show my face, cause that would be dumb. And all this would be for nothing. Bloop. Bloop, 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 boop. Oh, I forgot. I can add this in here. Where's that other one? There it is. I knew I missed something. Peas! Ooh, time for veggies! I made a mess. Oh, let me make it bigger, actually. We're here for the stew. Let's make it big again. Let's make the peas. Gotta start stirring it. Ooh! Ooh! To really help melt it. That's a lot of peas, but that's fine. Yeah, start adding the sauce over it. Don't worry, I'll clean up. I don't like making too much of a mess, too. Gotta show a good example for my buddies. Gotta be clean. So just kind of pour it over the peas. That's a lot of peas. I did not realize. It'll be fine as long as I mix it up. I feel like I'm exposing so much of my life. I never have it this big on camera. The doggos, guys, like they were going crazy for this. Noodle. You guys can have the lamb bone later. But only the thick versions, because I can't give you guys any small versions. I know you're adorable, Noodle. I thought it was gonna be the peas and the carrots, but it's just the peas. I had to block them off. I stacked 2 baby gates on top of each other, and it kind of works. So if anybody's curious about how to air out your room, if you're doing this in your bedroom, and you have a hot plate, let's say you're cooking stew, let's say you're making dumplings, not to worry, baby gates, just stack them on top of each other. Of course, do the measurement to the buckling of it, because it has like a buckling feature to prevent it from being like kind of moved over. I recommend it instead of closing your door, because I always have my door open, like it's wide open. But to prevent Kimchi from crawling on the desk and the dogs from jumping up here and knocking things over, because that's just what doggos do. They're naturally gonna want to do that. It's instinctual for them to kind of hunt. Hunt for food. So I recommend it. I wish I could show you a picture, but my room's dirty. My room's actually dirty. Not that dirty, I'm just being dramatic. It's stable in here. Brown dwarf. Let's see. Live life peacefully says double fries, no sprinkles. That's what I need. I need a burger. Do you guys recommend any VTuber coffee? A coffee page from an artist who does burgers and fries? I kind of want that. I don't really order burgers and fries anymore. It's too expensive. I'd rather pick ordering fruits and veggies over a burger, because they're about the same price. It's better to buy actual potatoes, make fries at home. There you go! We just have to resort to actually doing it ourselves at home. We should do that instead of rioting through the streets. We want more affordable fast food. The fast food ingredients have not changed, neither is the quality. It's not still unhealthy. You're better off doing it at home. Buy a pack of veggie burgers or regular patties, because they're about the same price as ordering like a meal. Order some buns. Do it at home, hun. You might as well just get potatoes. A bag of potatoes is kind of like the same price or a little bit lesser than buying a burger with a drink. And then you can make your own fries. You can shape them however you want and fry them up delicious. Well, but Brown Dwarf says potato. Potato. Brown Dwarf says can remove bones now, actually. Probably not going to do much more in whatever time left. Okay, I'll remove bones. Oh, I'll give it to the doggos. But only the very thick ones, like the big ones. I don't want to give them any bones that are too small that they could try to swallow. That just, no. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove bones. There you go. I'm gonna remove that P. Oh, it's so quiet! Find the other bones. Is this a bone? Oh, this actually might be. Kinda move it around a bit. I think this is bone. Because I was chopping up the meat and like the bones just floating around. Or is it just meat? Oh, it was just meat. Never mind. I need music! What happened to the music from the web browser? No! Okay, so removing bones. I'm preparing for when I become a mommy. So I can feed my babies. I can feed them some lamb stew. If it's still affordable. The world is still functioning normally and I can still buy it from the store. I'd probably have to resort to buying it from a butcher at some point. Also, depending on location. Is this bone or is it just meat? This one's questionable. I think that's just, squishiness? Start using both of these, both the ladle and the stirring spoon. Woohoo! No! I just got it cleaned. Partially. Taking all the peas off. I can remove the bones. Start hunting for more bones. I don't want anybody choking on bones. Let me play some music. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf has recently received ancient potato pot from ancient Peru. Favorite pottery of Dwarf hoard now. Really? From Peru? Man, pottery? That's better. So this is meat, I'm for certain. Let me zoom in, actually. Let me zoom in. Is that too much stew? Probably. Then I just keep it big. Let's see, where else can I find a bone meat? Here it is. Here's one. So glad I'm locating them now. Ah! Okay. So much peas! But we needed some greenies. I gotta put all my love into the stew. Find bones. I think I collected 3 at least. But I had like 4 or 5 in here. Oh. I think I found it. There is no way that it melted. Use big spoon. How many did I collect? Let's see. Just kind of stirring, but also playing with food a bit. Searching for the bone. The peas are just floating. Well, how many did I catch? I think I caught about 1, 2... I caught about 4? Did I only have 4? Well, it should be fine. Should I taste it? Woo! Taste the peas! Should I taste the meat? Maybe I should grab some meat. Kinda hard to find, but... I think because they're all sitting at the bottom. I just want to try the meat, though. Try the lamb? Where's this bacon? I forgot there is bacon in here. No! Okay, close, but... Oh, I lost it. I gotta find a chunk of meat. Maybe that was bacon? Trying to find meat. There it is. Does this look like the lamb? Kind of looks like lamb here. It was the lamb. It does taste kind of sweet. A little sweet. I think we're good to go. There's like at least 2 inches that I could have filled up more. But maybe it was for the best. Brown Dwarf says, but Dwarf was not counting! That is lamb! Oh, you weren't counting? Oh yeah, it's okay. I think I only had 4. If there's any bones in here, I promise you, I will take them out. Make sure it's not too hot here. Make sure not too hot. Using my actual hand to test the area. It does not feel too much at the moment. I think we should be good. It is still on high heat. Our bacon has completely kind of liquefied. Liquefied bacon. I still wish I could have moved it closer, but it's actually standing on the stronger part of my table. The center is not as strong because I need to repair it. But it seems good so far. Not to worry. What about finishing the game? I kind of want to finish the game. So now what do we do? Should I serve myself some lamb? The music? Let me go get a bowl and I'll serve myself some stew. I'll be the first guinea pig, I guess, with a giant candy cane in my nose. Let me go ahead and close the browser so it can help the computer focus better. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a bowl because this one's very busy. I'll go get a bowl, I'll be right back. Watch the stew for me! Alright, buddies. Live life peacefully says, I might eat when you're gone. No! No! You're gonna eat it? Oh, Garceline! Oh, it's drum roll, please! Can I do it like this? Drum roll! Drum roll! I'm gonna add some salt to my water. I'm so dehydrated. Naughty sprinkles drink coffee and not water. And now I should add some lemon. I usually add salt and lemon to my water. It helps. The little lamb. Drinking the lemon. Lemon! No, just hydrate a little. Please be sure to hydrate. Even during the winter when it's kind of like a dry, cold air. So our faces and hands get really chapped. Oh, that's better. Whew. The room temperature water is so cold. Dwarf says don't place pot directly to table. Place towel underneath or something. Oh yeah, I'm not taking it off actually. I'm leaving it on the little stilts. It has little stilts underneath. Brown Dwarf says don't forget to rinse bones and give to puppy. Yes, I won't forget. I'll be giving them to the puppies. I should probably rinse them. Did I use garlic? Huh, I forgot to use garlic. Dang it. I need to add garlic. Is it too late? Brown Dwarf says, has ever tried dough before? Silly yogurt soda. What? Salty yogurt soda? I don't think I have, but I need to add garlic, right? Is it too late? I'll be back. AI father said it's never too late to add minced garlic. It's good I did the garlic after, because you're not really supposed to give doggos garlic. And I haven't put the spoon in my mouth, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Do a couple spoons of garlic. It's never too late to add for garlic. Add a lot of garlic. Not too late. That's a lot. Well now. Well, that's quite a bit. No more for garlic. Muertos! If you like it, why add anything? I don't know. Garlic. Need some garlic. Let me give the doggos the bones. I'll just let them have it as is. I'll let them have the bone as is, probably. Yeah. Which one should be for Noodle? Probably the small one. Noodle Toru. Noodle Toru Noodle. I'll be back. Gotta wipe my hands down a little. Let's see. Maybe mix it a bit before I come back. Oh dear. Oh my. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf thinks all aluminum's puppy ought to avoid. Aluminum? Oh, this? Oh. Aluminum? Alums. Alums? What's alums? Oh, you mean like most seasonings? It's interesting, but there's like garlic pills I give to them. It's actually from an online pet store. So I buy it from an online pet store and it's like garlic flavored, but like it's for their coat. It's like called yeast brews, garlic flavor. It's like they're not supposed to have too much of it, like garlic cloves. But there are a lot of foods seasoned with garlic, so I got really confused. My goodness. Alright, Boop. Let's see. Rinse before? Oh, because I had onion. Okay. Aluminum, not aluminum! Okay, I'll rinse it. I'll be back. I'll rinse them. Yes, my lord! I'll rinse them, my lord! Back. Back! I'm back! I need to stir because it's on pretty high. I'm ready to try it, guys. I'm ready to try the stew we made together. I'm so glad this ladle. Is it a ladle? That one's a ladle, but the soup ladle, and this is a... What is this called? Oh, wow. It's good I came back to stir. I may want to reduce the heat. So, I was actually just cleaning off the bones. I'll probably skip that section later when I edit. I wanted to make sure it was thoroughly clean before I gave it to the doggos. Because you made me think, and I was like, fine. You're right. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness, this is so cool! Eat some stew with sprinkles. Tastes very potent. I have some greenies in here too. Live life peacefully says we missed you already. I miss you guys too. Our time together is always so fun. What I can do is I want us to still see both. I don't think I want Lammy to eat any. Brown Dwarf says don't need to keep cooking. Really? Okay, I'll turn it off. Alright, I turned it off. And as additional proof, I have unplugged. Unplugged. It has now been unplugged. Whew! We're free. We're free from the high heat. I'll just end up putting this on the stove later. Add some more limon. Never too much in limon. Limon. Eating food together. First time making lamb stew. I'll probably have to stand up a bit. This is kind of hard to eat sitting down. Tastes so good. I want you guys to have some. Sniffy sniff. Gobble gobble. Man, this is amazing. It's so worth the 5 hours. Live streaming since 12 p.m. noon. 12, 1, 2, 3. I guess 4 hours total? Keep covered! Okay! Go keep covered! Yes, my lords! Ah! So, well... Green beans! Oh, green peas! You guys, inside of a green bean is a pea, right? So why don't we call them green bean peas? Why green peas? I've always wondered. I was like, a green bean inside of it's a pea, right? Pea as in a pod? So delicious! I have to share. I really wish you guys could eat some with me. My mouth is way far away though. I forgot to add basil! I forgot to add basil! No! Wait. I did. No! I forgot to add basil! It still tastes pretty good. And palm leaves! Brown Dwarf says no. Green bean and green peas are actually different species. Are they? Then what's inside of the green bean? Thought I found peas inside of a green bean. One day they're gonna come up a wave where I can virtually send you food. Good Gaia. I wish I could virtually send you food. I feel like that would actually... And not like virtual stickers kind of food. Like actual food virtually. Kind of like out of Spy Kids movies. Where they would do like a hologram and they'll send you food. That would solve world hunger if we just shared together. I would do it because I wanna. Or make an infinite amount of food. You can have the last bite. No mas. My goodness, it tastes... Well, can I compare it to the taste of a can? I feel like a can is more creamier because you have to dilute it with water. Gotta take off my sandals. My sandals. Ooh, walking around sure makes your feet tired. Brown Dwarf says fresh basil or dry. I think dry. Says both are seeded plant. Yes, but still different species. I don't know why, but I thought they were the same. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water. A little salty. Cheers, buddies. Cheers with water. I can make a clink sound. Cheers. My goodness, I gave Kimchi some, but only the meat, not the bone. Now they're staring at me from the baby gate. That's all you will get for now, but later you'll get some more. Goodness. Coughed off screen. Well, buddies, give yourselves a round of applause for this amazing lamb stew. Congratulations! You've learned how to make lamb stew. You learned it with me. I'm pretty sure you can make your own kind of different stew. Add what you want. Add garlic. Don't add garlic. Add basil. Don't add basil. Keep burping. Whew. My goodness. Wow, what a crazy day. I'm actually happy we did this instead of gaming. I've been wanting to do something hands-on. If that makes sense. Congratulations! You've learned how to make lamb stew! I wish I could have a little plushie of myself this tiny. What of a fox with a little apron? A little naked fox with just an apron? She's naked! But she's covered in fur! Oh my goodness! Ma! What? Cheers to your first cooking! Live life peacefully! First time cooking lamb stew. Very healthy for you. Brown Dwarf says, Dwarf thinks dough might be nice with herb lamb stew. Ah! If we had bread? I should have brought some bread. We have tortillas though. Oh, this is so much fun. Be sure to leave a like and leave a comment about our stew. That's a lot of peas. Oh my goodness. At least we have some vegetables in here. They ran out of carrots at the store. Well, buddies, I think this is the end. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here with you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you think we should do another one this month. But yeah, groceries are expensive, so I might do it maybe the last. Well, we're the second Saturday, and maybe on the 25th or the 1st of February, maybe? Maybe some cookies! Doug? Brown Door says Doug, not dull. Oh, what is that? Says, what it says, I'm glad you succeeded and enjoy your stew. Oh, I'm gonna be sharing it with family. I'll send some to Grandma. Brown Door says, duh, Persian salty yogurt soda? That's a thing? Noodle, why are you so angry? Noodle's always angry. If Noodle had a plushie, she'd be angry. Why not if I sew my own plushies? If I sew my own plushies, then have it like... Then I can control how much are distributed? Garslade says... Def should do another one, but something cheap. Oh, definitely another one. Sorry, I'm burping so much. Let's see. What should we do that's affordable? Should I try making ice cream? Maybe I should try making ice cream without an ice cream maker. Maybe that's a little too ambitious? I'm sure it's possible to do it without an ice cream maker. Brown Dwarf says, want some dwarf tips for stew learning? Yes, I'll accept. Give me stew dwarf learning. I need to moisturize again. Let's see. How about I make yogurt? What if I try making that weird... I guess I think it's weird. It's not weird. I'm a little weirdo. Persian salty yogurt soda. Persian salty yogurt soda. So it's bubbly? Man, Brown Dwarf says Chile con carne said want to have bees. Psycho says sound yummy. So some Persian yogurt soda, Persian soda yogurt. Bubbly. Live Life Peacefully says milk Coke. Oh, really? You know what? That makes most sense. Milk Coke. What if I do ice cream though? Huh. Licky, licky, licky. My tongue's out. Oh dear. My tongue. Brown Dwarf says yes, bubble beverage of yogurt. So it's like get a yogurt and mix it with soda? But I feel like it'd be more spritzy. I think instead of soda, you would add it with maybe Canadian Dry. Maybe like ale? Flavorless ale, mix yogurt with it? Yes, bubble beverage of yogurt. Milk Coke. My gosh, this is a lot. This is a lot more than I realized. Well, buddies. Peace and love. Thank you for coming out here. I'm gonna list down a stew I went by the recipes. Did I follow the recipe by the book? No. No, I did not. Did I almost add a bunch of extra flour in? Yes. I almost added a whole bunch. Thankfully, you guys saved and stopped me, because I would've. I would've added more flour. I'm glad I did the minced garlic. I feel like it added more flavor. Alright, guys. Peace and love. Thank you for coming out here. I really appreciate you guys being here with me as I try lamb stew. And we will do goulash. We will, not to worry. How is this not goulash, though? I wonder, what makes this not goulash? Is it because... well, it has bacon and lamb. I gotta figure it out. Define goulash. Let's see... Google. Define goulash versus lamb stew. I put D instead of G. Goulash. It says goulash specifically refers to a Hungarian dish heavily seasoned with paprika. That's why there's a big difference. Key spice, paprika. Common meat, beef. Key points about lamb stew, meat. Flavor profile can vary depending on added herb and spices, not necessarily heavy paprika based. That's the difference. Goulash has paprika, so it's red. The key difference lies in the heavy paprika usage in goulash, making it distinctly Hungarian and flavor profile. Oh! Goulash is beef? Typically made with beef, often including vegetables like onions and peppers, whereas a lamb stew is a bordered term for a stew made with lamb meat. Usually with a wider variety of vegetables and seasoning, not necessarily including a prominent amount of paprika. That's the difference. This is not goulash, this is Brown Dwarf. Live Like Peacefully says, thank you for the stream. Thank you, buddies, for coming out here, hanging out. Leave a like if you enjoyed our hand cam. I'm a little dry. I need to go moisturize. My goodness, I've been washing dishes all day. I have more to wash, but I have more to give. Thank you for coming. Peace and love. I hate saying goodbye. I'll see you at next time. Goodbye, buddies.